All right, hey, we're live. Hey, welcome everyone
Hey.
to a special edition of RPG Short Shots, a gathering of nerdy gamers from all walks of life who come together and play Dungeons and Dragons. And if this is your first time watching the Games Tavern, hello and thank you for joining us. I invite you to please follow the Games Tavern. It's free, supports the show, cast and crew, and we'll get rolling shortly. But first, we've got some announcements. Duval?
Yeah. Good morning, everybody, or wherever you are in the world, afternoon, evening, or maybe you're watching this later. So I want to start with our sponsor. Colossal thank you to Kobold Press for sponsoring the show. They had their latest Kickstarter for their Deep Magic spell cards containing over 1,400 spells covered in their Deep Magic book. Oh boy, that's a problem. I'm going to have to get all of those. Anyway, go to koboldpress.com, and you can also check it out yourself by checking out the link to Kobold Press in the chat. Voila!
And in case you haven't heard, this is a charity stream to feed hungry kids. The Games Tavern team has partnered with No Kid Hungry to raise money. And as you will see when you go to donate, there are options for giving inspiration to the characters. That would be us, and I understand we're going to need it. If you donate $10 or $20 using the donation link. This weekend, our charity is No Kid Hungry. Each $1 raise provides up to 10 nutritious meals to hungry kids. But it gets better. You can donate and get stuff too. Shard Tabletop has created a donation super bundle for everyone who donates $100 more. You get a sub to the Shard Tabletop, of which we're big fans. The Shard Tabletop charity bundle includes Kobold Press's iconic Beast Packs, map packs from CZ Peku, CZRPG, and the Goblin Explorer, a 10 encounter collection from Dragonshorn Studios, a game session with Tabletail Games, and a Magitech supplement from the Loot Tavern. All of this is on top of a 1-year GM subscription to Shard, worth more than $100 easily. And that's not all. There are so many other additional donation incentives when you influence the game. And I'm going to pass it back to our fearless game master, Josh.
But before we get started, I'd like to ask everyone to introduce themselves, tell us quickly where we can find you on social media, and then describe the character you're going to play. And Eric, we'll start with you.
My name is Eric Mengi. I am the story architect for the Moonshays for Bald Man Games. You can find me online on Twitter. That would probably be the easiest place with at Eric with a C _ Mengi, Menge. And today, I'm going to be playing Crick. Crick is a kobold rogue, 37th of his hatchling line, of which he has 3 left who are elder than he is. He specializes in catching bugs, evolved delicious varieties, and sharing them with the rest of the warren. He carries around a big net and a bag of holding to hold all the bugs.
Excellent. Bran?
Hi,
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm Bran. You can find me as Voice of Bran, or you may know me as Spirit of the Wilds. Generally, you can find me there. I don't know if I'm allowed to say what I will be doing shortly, but rest assured, you will find me. Today, I'll be playing...
You're allowed to say.
I'm allowed to say. All right. What's that? We will be starting The Mist that I will be DMing soon. It is a venture into... the Mist, to be honest. Lots of dark things hiding in there. Lots of evil waiting. And will the players survive? Or will they succumb?
And what will you be playing in this fine
Today I'll be playing
scale?
Score. He is a drunken monk. He believes that the dragon inside can only be unlocked when you shape yourself as the dragon outside.
Nice. Alcohol fuel for the fire.
Exactly.
Noir, could we...
Hey, everybody, I'm Noir. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok as the Noir Enigma. Today, I am playing I'm playing Stabs the Kobold, who stabs. Other things that I'm doing, I am currently a stretch goal writer for Necrobiotic, which is on Kickstarter right now. So if you have the inclination, go pledge and back it. It helps us out because we're having fun writing this game. Also, I am a producer for Roll20 and a GM for Kingsguard over on Critical Misses. And I am very excited to to play Stabs, the stabbing kobold.
And Sarah?
Hi, everyone. What's up? My name is Sarah. You can find me on the interwebs, usually as the_DM_Sarah, which you might guess, usually I am DMing. So I'm very excited to play. I am a professional DM. So if you've got a need for a campaign, a birthday party, a corporate event, I'm your girl. I am also writing on a whole bunch of different projects, including but not limited to Level Up 5th edition. So if that is appealing to you, head over to levelup5e.com and you can check out what I'm working on. And today I will be playing Snugs. And Snugs is a very, very shy kobold. She's a cleric of Bahamut, and she just really wants everyone to be safe, but she's not very good at it.
Safety is not guaranteed. And last but not least, Jacob.
Yeah, hey, good morning, everybody. Again, Jacob Plick, Duval King Jacob on the interwebs. I am the co-founder for the Epitheater, a TTRPG production company. Do a bunch of stuff on Twitch, and I'm the dungeon master for a little show called Duval and Dragons on So Many Games' Twitch channel. And today I'll be playing Blurg, the Kobold Bloodhunter, from a very far away place known as Tolis. He's really excited to introduce the Brotherhood of Redemption to all his fellow brethren.
Ooh, well, maybe we'll learn more about the Brotherhood.
Yeah, no, he's really it's going to be a really, really great time.
All right, so let's get to the show. Today, we start our journey in the reaching woods of Faerun. About 2 years ago, some kobolds found their way there and settled down because it seemed like a nice sort of place. And in the last couple of weeks, the kobolds there have sent out feelers to other kobold adventurers from around the Sword Coast. And word has reached you. And one way or another, whether you're a local or from further away, you've been asked to come check out one possible future for kobolds along the Sword Coast. And Tech Crew, if we could bring up Battle Map 1 Shade Weaver Village. And as you guys approach, you hear the sounds of work, of commerce. There's a lot of hammering. It just sounds really busy when you hear kobold chittering. And it's coming from the surface. Now, the reaching woods where you're at here, it's a very thick canopy overhead. So even though it's probably around noon, the sunlight is not reaching down to you here. So it's quite comfortable on your eyes. And looking at battle map number 1, you guys are on the southern part of the map and kind of come onto the scene together. Feel free to introduce yourselves to one another.
Hello, everybody. Do you need bugs? Delicious taste. I am Quip. I am your local purveyor of all sort of things crunchy and scrumptious. We have dragonflies. We have beetles. We have mosquitoes. And we even have one plump bumblebee. I am Quip. Would any of you like anything? You, big tall one in the middle who he looks at you, Bron. Who are you?
There's a very cautious look over. Score is curious of your bugs. Show Score. Show. Yes.
I pinned them to blankets. And he pulls out a very thin weave blanket that's kind of tattered and has holes in it. And little bugs have little pins in it. He tried to do it in such a way so that they're still living. They taste
Very
better.
pretty. Good job.
Quip is very good with hands.
Does a gentle little poke at the fat bumblebee.
Does it hurt them?
He tries to get away. Don't let it go. That was hard to get.
Kind of
Bitey.
pulls back away from and kind of cautiously, aggressively staring at the bee, kind of down on all fours.
Does it hurt them to be all get poked up like that?
Yeah.
You seem a lot more excited about that than I anticipated, I must say.
Helps with the flavor.
Oh.
You wouldn't
Okay.
want to eat dead bugs, would you? Blech.
I prefer like meat,
What?
like like steaks and
That's
chickens.
human food. Doesn't cow eat you?
No.
That's how I lost 3 brothers. They went out and cow tipped, but they were on the wrong side.
That seems really. Whew, I have my work cut out for me.
So as you're standing there, little kobolds skitter by. You'd say they're probably 4 or 5 years old, just under the age when they would venture much further outside the warrens, and they press into your hands little half pamphlets that say 2-year celebration. Hear the big man's big words at the bathhouse, and it's got a little stylized Drake printed on it.
Oh, I like the art.
It's written in Draconic.
Yes.
Holding the pamphlet, whispers to
And
the
then
path. The path. Hmm.
You read this? What's it say? Is it about bugs?
the little kobold kid takes off a little cap that he has on and kind of pulls it out.
Busy.
And you notice for a little kid like that, his scales and his face look really well moisturized. Like he is very clean for a little tyke. And he actually smells lightly of like lilac, strangely.
And I would like to just appear out of the shadows. It just whisper to this kid, "What's your skincare routine?"
He just hands you the entire stack of pamphlets and shuffles back.
I take it, fade back into the shadow.
Snugs probably jumped out of her skin when this happened.
It's all obvious. It's all
Please, God.
obvious. Sneaky.
Oh man, why you have all those pamphlets? Also, like you are like super cool. Actually, here's one. So my name is Blur. I represent the Brotherhood of Redemption. We are I'm actually from really far away, but we want to give everyone, every being, kobold or not, the ability with an intellect, a chance to think thoughts of purity and righteousness. No longer being imprisoned in a life of sin, cruelty, and selfishness. Offering a new outlook on life to the malevolent, the accursed, and the sinister.
But what if we're not malevolent or anything?
But perhaps you aren't. That doesn't mean you can't be redeemed.
But then what am I being redeemed from?
I don't know. That's as far as my script goes.
Maybe we should find out together.
Right.
Script?
Blurg.
You only bought the first book in the cult text. You don't know where the rest of it goes. You're just in recruitment mode.
Yep.
So above the din of the general busy kobold construction and activity and surface life, you hear what appears to be kind of like a little kind of stage rendition, and it's younger kids as well, but maybe 10, 15 feet away from you, there's some wood carved statues that look like a little group of adventurers, and there's 3 or 4 young kobolds in front who are reciting a script. If you get a little bit closer, you can make it out more clearly.
Oh, we should go see. This is fun.
Play. Come
They
on.
drop them down a pit.
Okay.
What? Those are kids. They can't drop it down a pit.
Oh, the adventurer, wood
that's
carvings. And then we throw oil on them.
See,
So-
this is the malevolent part I was referring to earlier.
What?
Wood, it's fine, right?
I mean,
What's a malevolent?
It's well, maybe like they're good people. Like maybe we should talk to them instead of pushing them into a pit and lighting them on and pouring them with oil. We don't want to inconvenience anyone.
And
I reach a gentle hand up to Blurg's shoulder,
Oh!
still on 3, and shake my head.
So-
There's only kobold, dragon, and meat. There's none others.
I do like meat. Dragons, I can.
Oh, he
Dragons are
tilts the head with
amazing.
confusion that it was an absolute admiration of dragons.
So the little kobold hatchlings that are delivering their lines somewhat badly, the voice breaks and raises up. And that is when the Velkin Weave freed us from the dragon and called us to the reaching woods to help. And he gestures to the wooden statues, and you can see that there appears to be kind of like a halfling with a big, wide-brimmed hat, who's got like a big piece of straw in his mouth. And then all the other like much taller adventurers that have a little plaque that says the Velkin Weave, all misspelled. They just kind of have vaguely like humanoid faces. And there's another short one in the back, but that one's not referred to at all. And as you go around it, somebody scratched into the back of that head, gnome, and that's been crossed out. And it says Bope below it, and then it's crossed out again. But the kids go on and tell how 2 years ago, kobolds were called to the reaching woods and found a place of plenty. It was overcast overhead. The harsh sun always blocked out. And the Velkin Weave left a large mithril bowl for us. And we traded it to the centaurs, who traded it to the pixies, who gave us coin. And we started the warring. And now we are spreading further and further. The reaching woods are ours. And the kid's reaching the crescendo of his little speech. And Tiberian will make an announcement today. Tiberian and Svago the Drake. And the kid points up the street to the only building made out of stone at the top of the map, in front of a little fountain.
Snug is going to applaud uproariously when they're done.
They are mightily hardened by the first positive reinforcement that they've received, and they have like half an eggshell that they hold out, and a couple of kobolds walk by and drop in a copper or a big bug, some kernels of corn. Night crawlers.
I do love signs.
Signs?
Yeah, the things with the what with the charcoal.
The kid points behind you, and there's one of those signs that has like 20 different arrows on it, each one pointing in a different direction, and it says, like Waterdeep X number of miles away. But the only one that's close by, it says Bathhouse, 0.1 miles, and it's pointed north.
It's fun.
Thank you for making it quite simple to read.
And right after you read that, other kobolds go up and start spinning it around.
No,
So-
I was reading that. I was reading that. Hold on.
Oh, I don't think that was supposed to happen. Or maybe it was.
The bathhouse is the bottom one and the only one permanently affixed north. All the other ones get adjusted slightly.
Confused.
I'm gonna immediately start heading towards this bathhouse because it seems to be the secret to a good skincare routine. So you
So I
just
just
see
gotta-
a couple
Maybe
skulking
we
in
smell
the
like
shadow.
flowers. We attract more bugs.
So,
Poor
Snug's just gonna look down and then, yeah, let's go
So-
to the
so-
bathhouse.
the general flow is moving north, and as you go up between the buildings, you hear a very large, kind of thunderous sound, and it repeats itself. And as you gaze over to the east, inside under a smaller kind of copse of trees, you see this you might describe it as like a battle wagon. It's got a number of small kobolds, all kind of just in a flurry over it with wrenches and hammers, and some of them are working on the wheels. And on the front, it looks like this big roller with spikes on it, and above the roller is like an arched dragon head, and they're up there polishing the horns and the teeth on it, and just appear to be throwing the affection on it. And as they're petting it, the eyes glow a little bit redder, and it's like a low dragon growl. Seems very happy.
I look over to score it.
Is that one of your friends?
Shakes his head, very unsure of this thing.
It's amazing.
I do a reach out towards Quip and try to like lean in close.
Ready your small monsters. I do not trust this.
Ready.
I mean, if that's something you want to get a closer look at, it's not like the flow of people is pushing you away.
Stops dead in his tracks. It just goes, I want it. I want it real bad. So I'm gonna get close to it. I want to check it out to see how I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, Snugs is bounding towards it. What is that?
I'm following, yeah.
It's amazing.
It's mine.
Okay. So you just kind of step off the path between the buildings, and the rest of the crowd is moving north. You go over to get a better look, and
Real?
oh, it's real. It looks like kobolds definitely built this thing, and the kobolds that are scurrying over it, they're almost like one with the machine. They pet it, and the eyes glow. And one of the little kobolds pulls his goggles up. You like? I built.
How work?
Oh, and she sort of backs up as soon as someone actually acknowledges her. Hi.
You can pet it. It won't bite. It's cute.
Insight check.
Sure, give me a check.
No insight check, just pet.
Might I join in on this
23.
insight check?
23. I rolled a nat 19.
Wow.
The kobold appears to be telling the truth. However, you think that it might burn, not bite. As the dragon mouth at the end of kind of like the front of it doesn't open, but it does have heat and a little bit of flames flickering from it. And if you go up and touch it as you're petting it, it almost purrs.
Be careful.
Yep. It's almost ready. We just gotta get the fuel, and it'll be ready for battle. It is the pinnacle of kobold engineering.
Are you preparing for battle? Are you expecting an attack?
Well, see, the warren is below us, extensive, all the eggs below, but above, this is business. This is expansion. It's also above ground, and one must always be prepared when above ground. So yes, prepare for worst, and you won't be surprised.
How many kobolds are on this thing?
There are seats for 3 of it. One kind of like rides the head, and there's some levers up there, and then there's 2 on either side of it. But there's a couple like hard points and steps along the back, which look like other kobolds could ride it easily if it was moving around. And when you ask that, the kobold sitting up on the neck moves the levers, and you see it rolls back and rolls forward. Stand back.
How's it work? How work?
Well, it's pretty simple. It's all written in Draconic, and there's a big like leather bound manual with leather pages, and look, it's very complicated. And one of the other kobolds, no, it's not complicated. Levers, and they're kind of pushing everyone back, and he pulls one of the levers, and flame jets out and lights a barrel on fire behind you.
Yeah, we could definitely use one of these in Tolis. I like, especially when we go dungeon delving.
Can I?
Oh, it gets
Can I-
downstairs.
Can I pull a lever?
Yep.
Please.
1 silver. Cadmus got to eat.
5
Anthracite
copper.
not cheap.
5 coppers, and I'll sing you a song.
5 copper and get me a sandwich. Deal.
Okay.
like Blair raises his hand like he's in like a press conference.
Hold on one second. I thought there were only bugs. You need to tell me there's sandwiches?
Bug sandwiches, duh.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh no, up on Sandwich Street. You know?
there's a sandwich street?
It's in the
Yeah, it's where
sandwich
all the
district.
food shops are.
Sandwich district.
Yeah.
Like he looks around within the middle of the forest.
He points over up kind of northeast of where the bathhouse is. Yeah, it's right next to Junk Street.
I can get a sandwich.
Well, you can check it out.
I love sandwiches.
I'll dash. I'll be back in a jiffy.
Okay, 3
I want a
sandwiches.
sandwich.
You
Yeah,
go
I-
right-
Sandwiches.
I gotta. Could you also get me a sandwich so I can press this lever?
Whip, are you getting sandwiches for everyone?
I'm going to go steal sandwiches for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
All
got
right.
sleight of hand.
So building number
Considering
2
I'll
on the
release
map.
like a half a dozen bugs and they're going to buzz around and they distract them and we're going to steal their sandwiches.
All right, give me a check.
What do you want? Sleight of hand?
Yeah, sleight of hand.
Oh, I also should warn you, I am a notoriously bad die roller.
Since
But not today. 26.
Nice.
Yeah.
I expertise sleight of hand for sandwich stealing.
I rolled good on my die, but not that good. And with their baseline perception, yeah, you managed to steal a platter that was up on the call. Like
Right,
somebody
and
had filled the
balance
order
over
and
dash back to them.
okay, yeah. So everyone else kind of looks behind and you see the sandwich platter kind of coming through the crowd, and he's back. It's what do we have on the menu today? It's roast boar, actually. Little roast boar sandwiches.
Yo, that actually sounds good right now.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
a little Korean pork sandwich style. It looks like it's halfling inspired, actually.
Eats bugs.
Well, it is cricket flour biscuit.
Oh,
so.
And he's back.
They are delicious, and the operator is more than willing to let you pull the lever.
All right. So I don't know what check that this would be. But
Are you
I
trained?
am trying to determine which lever is going to cause the most chaos. So that
Ooh,
so that in the chaos I can steal this thing.
Are you trained
Or
in tinkering tools or land vehicles? Like the tool proficiency?
No, I am not. So we're just
Oh boy.
full dumbassing it.
All right. How about
Wait,
Yeah.
an
Are you
animal
a jack
handling?
of all levers?
An animal handling check or an arcana check?
They're both garbage. So let's
Yeah,
let's go with Arcana.
bring it.
That's a 15. That's a respectable 15.
So it is clearly the red lever that is the fireball thrower, and there's a number of notches on it, like
Mhm.
1 to 10, and where it was chunked in before was the 1. So if you chunk it all the way down to 10, ooh baby,
I want to apologize to the party and the GM for what's about to happen here. I'm
Please.
certain you might have had a plan, but here we go. Yeet!
right? So you pull it down.
Oh yeah!
Instead of
Time to
merely
get weird.
spitting fire, you hear like a draconic roar, and a 30-foot cone unleashes, and basically everybody give me a DC 16 Dex saving throw.
Oh my god! I'm so sorry.
Oh man, that's a strong 3. Oh boy. For 11, but a strong 11. Like just
Okay.
fire.
So if you fail it, 2 fire damage. If you succeed, half, so 1 fire damage.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
I was expecting.
And he comes up and slaps your
considerably
hand
much
away.
worse.
You didn't override the safety overrides, or you would have burned us all to the 9 hells. Get off. Ride is over. Ride is over.
Snuggs is just looking at her like singed panini, like.
But now that you look at it, like the grass in the area, it's not the first time that it's been singed, but it's still good. Still good. It was a little cold on the way over. And then all
We're back to being okay with this.
the kobold operator.
Did I just invent toasted sandwiches?
Yes.
This is the idea that could feed 1,000 kobolds.
We should name this thing.
They said its name was Cadmus, but and the kobolds are all who are operating it are all kind of petting it out, telling it, "Calm down, calm down."
Toasted sandwiches.
And look at it with scorn. False dragon, and spit at the machine.
So lovely.
That's not very nice. I'm sure they tried really hard.
It backs up like 5 feet or so, and it looks over at you, and you would swear that the neck of it is looking at you, just like, and it snorts in like derision at you.
Score, I think it heard you. You might have hurt its feelings.
Little claw ready and down on 3. Sort of trying to size it up, like you see a cat, doing that kind of bounce maneuver.
Wiggle.
The battle wheel in the front engages in reverse, and it throws dirt at you.
Okay, I can definitely
Catch
see
him dirt in the
this is-
face and kind of scamper back away from him.
All right, this is
And the-
definitely escalating. Okay, so let's just everybody calm down and let's just read from our Brotherhood of Redemption pamphlets. And he starts handing them out.
You hear a ding, ding, ding. The bell's going off up by the bathhouse.
Collecting
Oh, yeah.
pamphlets here.
Oh,
We
my
were going to go to the
skin.
bathhouse, weren't we?
Oh, wait, yeah, the plot was over there. We should pay attention to that.
So, the voice is projected, whether you're where you're at now or get a little bit closer. And kobolds of the reaching woods and beyond, thank you for answering my summons like some of us did when the Velkin Weave called us here. What you see around is merely the tip of the boulder. Below us, we have our warren, but these structures, and anyone looking at the kobold speaking sees he's gesturing to everything above the ground. This is where we make the platinum so that we never need be slaves again. The humans, they see us as tiny and weak, but I look around and I see the best parts of a dragon. Guile, cunning, and an indomitable spirit to survive. We now have a place built by kobolds for kobolds. We may be tiny, but hear us roar! And the kobolds all going nuts. They are eating this speech up. It is well received. Everyone, enjoy yourselves! And it's the kind of like parade, celebratory, 4th of July type festivities break out, and there's little noise poppers, and everyone's just having the time of their life. And you hear somebody say, free bathhouse passes, free bathhouse passes.
Plot hammer shows up. Take that free pass.
You think I could smell like lavender?
Here you go.
I'll trade you.
Give me a deception to try and trade down.
I'm not meaningfully trying to lie, because I'm just trying to give out more pamphlets and educate the masses. But why not with a -1 to deception? Let's go with a solid 7.
I feel like
Not terrible.
I've already got that one. Sorry,
But
better luck.
Oh,
The line's up there.
And like he looks like he just got punched in the gut. Like he's never been rejected before.
Oh,
When you look all downtrodden, he'll take one of the pamphlets. And as he walks away, he crumples it up, drops it on the ground.
I'm gonna pretend I
Cold.
didn't see that.
Blurg, get hug. Hug, Blurg.
I place the.
Oh, thanks.
I put a claw on your back.
Come on, let's wash away your shame.
And get in line for the bathhouse.
Oh, yeah, that's a smart idea.
So the lines are long, but the kobolds are small, so it moves pretty quickly. And eventually, you guys make up to the front, and they're handing out little towels and stuff. And as you go inside, it is a thing of wonder. Like all the dirt from the road and the forest and the below ground just falls away, and you really feel your scales open up and get clean. And inside is a drake, blue in color and marvelous, just simply marvelous. And each of you gets a couple moments with the bathhouse drake where she recommends a regimen to get rid of any wrinkles or dirt.
When you say drake, do you mean dragon or
No, a drake.
Like the rapper?
No, like kind of medium-sized, draconic, definitely intelligent, and once you kind of step in as the group, and she turns over to the rocks in the corner. It's very kind of like sauna-like in here. She breathes steam onto the rocks, and you feel the temperature go up, and it is just so relaxing.
Are we supposed to worship the drake?
No,
It's just real dragons.
No, darling. I'm actually employed by Shadeweaver Village in King Tiberian. He has hired me, and we are building the ultimate retreat for the privileged two legs out there. But this is the soft opening, and you are all getting a preview VIP experience, no expense spared.
Oh, it's
And,
one thing we kobolds know how to do. It's retreat.
Yes, it is a little double entendre. I'm so grateful to be employed here. Work is so hard in these times.
This is too good. I'm suspicious. I would like to see where the trap is.
We're about to be.
You're about to be steamed alive, like.
But at least we're moisturized.
Do you have any advice for getting mouse droppings out of armor?
Oh, do I? Yes. And she goes on about a concoction for getting it out. You can just drop your belongings here. They'll be laundered and taken care of, and you will smell delightful. Simply delightful.
Okay.
And you notice that there's a little mouse that keeps like sneaking up from inside Snugs' scale mail.
Oh.
And she keeps feeding it like little crumbs from the sandwich, and it goes back.
Oh,
Will she be joining us for the treatment?
I think she'd like to. Would you like to?
Svago snaps her claws, and a little tiny kobold comes out and gets a little wooden box for it and a tiny little towel and gives it a massage as well. It's getting the treatment just like you all are.
That's so cute.
I look over at Quip and I'm like,
Don't eat that one.
What? Wouldn't dream of it.
I'm definitely going to redeem you first.
What?
Nothing.
You just see Stabs writing a note down like,
I thought it was now Burns.
Emergency rations. Good idea.
So you get your treatment. You are just so relaxed, and when you exit out the other side, all of your belongings are there, cleaned and laundered, and you feel great. Nothing is missing, and there's little comment cards written in Draconic, and it's basically I love the experience with a big yes box and a little I didn't like it with a tiny little box.
Quite enjoyed my experience.
Anyone say otherwise?
Yeah, we'll love the experience. Can we take a towel, though? I'm going to drape the towel over my snout.
Oh my God.
You can, yes.
Oh no.
Okay.
So Stabs just sees everybody putting an X on one side and to be.
You're that
puts an
1-star
X.
Yelp reviewer.
He puts an X on the other side. Stabs doesn't exactly know how to read, so he's just like, eh.
All right, so 197 5-star reviews and 1 1-star. Got it.
I'm certain that will come back to bite Stabs.
Possibly quite literally. So you've cleared the bathhouse and joined the well-laundered masses outside, and you've never felt better in your life. In fact, you all have inspiration for the experience.
Is that what this guy is?
Ah, sorry. Shiny.
My dragon posture is amazing right now. Just perfectly on all fours.
Is this how elves feel all the time?
Oh no, I think they feel like elves.
But what do they feel?
The voice you heard talking earlier hears that, and you see Tiberian come around the side of the building. Why, yes, that is part of the experience that we are selling here. And right next to you all, on the ground, from out of the sky, crashes a pile of metal junk in a roughly humanoid shape. And Tiberian looks up. What in the... And could I get everyone to roll initiative?
Ooh, I get advantage of that because of my freaky scary sword.
All right, that's
We're having a
Sword.
party.
He's scary sword.
AKA my rapier of warning, which helps me none because I really like garbage. Okay.
What can you do?
I feel you.
So, Blurg, what'd you get?
17.
And Quip?
15.
And Score?
12.
Snugs?
Against all odds, dirty 20.
Wow.
Hey.
And Stabs with 2 Z's
That's a 12.
as well. Okay. One moment here as I use my cheaty little notepad to organize this. Okay. So what had been a nice festive environment is quickly turning out to be something a little bit more sinister. And let's see here, Tech Crew, if I could get you to throw up the audio for the conflict at Shadeweaver Village, Mech War. And what you see are these clockwork, medium-sized like soldiers dropping out of the sky. They are coming down rapidly, and then 30 feet before they hit the ground, most of them slow down and then land on the ground. But every now and then, one of them just plummets like a rock from the trees above, crashing into the ground like the one before you. And you start hearing the sounds of arcane destruction as lances of energy, possibly magic missiles, leash out, and it is chaos here. So you guys are kind of... Go ahead.
I was just going to say how we all feel about our rating the experience now. Way too soon, and that's what happens.
Obviously, there's some people that were not comped, and they're coming back to complain in
Clearly.
Oh my God, Karen bots!
Oh my God.
I want to talk to your manager.
Right. I demand a refund.
So I'm not dropping out of the map here, but basically every building's got at least one of these medium-sized creatures. And if you're looking at the document here, let's see, that would be Scene Setter 2, for a picture of the clockworks that you're dealing with. They're all wielding halberds and look very intimidating. And it's like click, whir, click, whir. They're moving in unison. So as they're starting to kind of move through and lash out at creatures near them, it's eerie, like the clockwork precision. They all seem to be in tune with each other. And we got. All right, so look, kind of a little combo theater of the mind. Within 30 feet of Yol, there are at least 4 of the clockwork soldiers, and they're coming towards the bathhouse in Tiberium. Snugs, you're up.
Snugs is going to look for a moment like she really wants to run away. She's going to steal herself. And so I am an order cleric.
Okay.
So are these within 30 feet of me?
Yes, right now there's 4 of them within 30 feet of you.
I'm going to have my shield back. I'm going to hold out my shield with the symbol of Bahamut, and I'm going to be nice. And I'm going to need them all to make wisdom saves or be charmed until the end of my next turn or until I take damage.
Okay. I rolled exceptionally poorly here. What's the DC? Sorry.
My DC is 13, I believe, because I'm not that wise.
Only one of them proceeds forward. The other kind of start looking at each other, and their eyes are looking at each other like they're communicating silently. But one of them is proceeding forward, seemingly on a path of destruction. They are steadily advancing, but slowly. Blurred, you're up.
This really escalated quickly. He takes a thumb, and he has this beautiful kind of glowing green longbow, and yeah, that's what happens when you drink a monster really quickly this morning. And he takes a thumb down the sort of the stringy portion. I forgot the name of it for both. And I'll imbue it with the Red of the Dawn, and it begins to glow with this golden radiant energy. And I'll also, because I did that, I take 2 points of damage to myself. And so that's my bonus action. And one of the, whichever one that is on the, you just mentioned, Josh, was on the rampage, I'll, it's like, did you hear? To be nice. And I'll go ahead and fire twice. That's going to be a 29 to hit.
All day long.
And a dirty 20 to hit. So, so that's going to be, that's terrible. 6,
Is that just a standard arrow or any type of magic arrow?
So it's magical. The weapon itself is magical, so +1 longbow. And so it's 16 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As well as 8 points of radiant.
Nice. So the arrow lodges like right in the shoulder area, and you actually see blood dripping down the chest plate. Or maybe it's oil. It's hard to tell. 15, Quip, you're up.
Gnomes have come to rain our parade. Again, I blame that Bope. Drawing my 2 swords, shing! I'm going to run to scuttle towards the one that's still approaching us.
All right. He's got the halberd up.
All right. However, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to freeze frame as I get there. I'm going to ready the action. Come on, Score. Come up and get him with me. And I'd like to ready an action to stab when Score moves up to engage this thing.
Understood. Score. Oh, I'm sorry. I've got another NPC. So while all of the clockworks that you've seen so far are kind of the ones on the left and right, A cloaked clockwork figure, also wielding short swords, jumps down from the roof of the bathhouse behind Tiberian and lashes out, attacking him. But Tiberian is no pushover and appears to employ some of the same tricks back. So you thought, oh, that could have been a death blow, but it was merely a scratch, and the two of them are exchanging blades. He appears to have had a little bit of a rogue in his background as well, not a mere talkie kobold. So they're engaged in swordplay, and they're within the 30-foot radius as well. So now we're back to score.
All right, he's going to, or I'm going to scramble forward and just unarmed, just lash out the claws at the leg, where on a normal person it would be, that nice veiny spot slash through. And I'm going to attempt to bring the claw around and strike again, just trying to shred the one leg.
Yeah, rip those pistons right off. What do you got?
We got a 22.
Oh, yeah.
And a 15.
Clang, clang, both hit.
All right. Got a so 13 damage.
Total for the two?
Total.
Okay. It is still up, but it's definitely banged up a little bit. What's that?
Then flying quip lands?
Yes.
Oh, alrighty.
Slice and dice.
Woohoo! Nat 20.
Yes.
Oh. Crit.
Alright, so that becomes, for the regular attack is 13 plus, let me go look to see what the bonus is. 3, so 16.
It's not going to have enough health to survive this, so how would you like to finish it?
Right into its helm. You said they're all covered in metal, so just clang right into it. Maybe we'll have Score run forward, hit it, striking at his legs with his pistons, and I'll scamper up his back and launch off the back of him and land on a thing and go.
Yeah, he kind of sweeps the legs a little bit, and it takes a knee, and you come up the back and finish it.
Karen Bot.
There's sparks and spurts of oils and lubricants, and it dies in a pool of its own fluids on the ground. The other soldiers, they let's see. Actually, we've got stabs, and then I would go.
Who stabs?
Okay, so question: how far are we from that dragon boat thing?
Oh boy.
Oh no.
It's actually at least 120. It's kind of on the other side. So on the map, you're on the top center, whereas it's down in the southeast corner. And there is a lot of buildings and civilians in between then. But you actually hear over the din in the background, rum, 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 and it looks like it may be seeing some action.
Siren song. But for the moment, he's going to see Tiberius going toe to toe with his Karen bot, and just that was a pretty impressive emerging from the roof and doing all that swirly dancing swordsmanship. So he's just gonna go, "Hey, look at me! I'm so good with my sword," and that's gonna be a dissonant whisper from me. At the machine that Tiberius is fighting.
Okay.
It's gonna need to make me a wisdom save.
Ooh, I got a 6 on the dice, so it fails.
All right, so it's going to take 3d6 damage, and that's just 9 points of damage because, of course, it is. But also, on the fail saves. Oh, go ahead.
It did not react well to that. When you said that, its eyes started fluttering in some type of almost like a seizure, and its head is jerking a little bit, and it is not operating up to its full potential right now.
Broke it. I broke it without a stats!
What was the other
Character growth.
On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage. It must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from me. The creature doesn't move into any obviously dangerous ground, such as fire or a pit. But yeah, that's what happened. So it just
Okay,
I'm so good with my sword. And it's just like,
so what it does actually is it starts to kneel down, and you hear the pistons open up and then compress, and it leaps up, and now it's on top of the bathhouse, taking just a standing leap of 20, 30 feet.
Ooh, I can jump so high.
All right, so the other... Oh, I'm sorry, are you done?
Oh, yeah, that'll be my turn. I'm not getting inspiration. Not yet.
Now, the charm effect on the other 3 soldiers, is that only for
It's
Snug?
till the
right?
end of my turn.
Okay, but that's only against you, right?
They are charmed by me. And I can cause them to drop what they're holding, but it didn't look like they were holding. Looked like they were all kind of one.
They are actually holding hellburners.
No, they're not.
Not anymore?
Not anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, they're charmed by me. So
Okay, so
I told them to be nice. So I'll let you determine how that what that would look like.
They continue to advance forward towards Tiberian. They look longingly at their halberds that are on the ground, and they open their arms up. It looks to give a hug, to give hugs.
Oh no, bad touch!
As one of them is approaching, the biggest kobold that you've ever seen, medium in size, just swollen muscles, comes in and like bear hug tackles the one in the back, giving the hug right back at him, and one of the clockworks goes prone, and then the kobold that tackled him stands up and gives you all a big thumbs up. Let's see.
Swobold?
Yes, a swobold.
A swole.
Oh my god.
And when he smiles at you, you see that he's got iron-capped teeth, like his teeth have been replaced with metal.
I like this guy.
Let's see, what do we have here? Dropping onto the battlefield. Icon. Just south of the fountain, so about 60 feet away from you guys, kind of between 5 and 6 on the map. You hear common being shouted about. You there, clockwork, attack, attack! And it's accented. Can make some checks to determine where it's from. And you catch sight of it. It's not human. It appears to be kind of like a bipedal hippopotamus wearing some type of military uniform. And it is medium-sized. It is definitely not a gnome. We are at the top of initiative. Snugs, you're up.
I know exactly what that is, and that is super cool. So how close am I to Tiberian?
You're probably 15 feet away tops. You haven't moved a whole lot. Yeah.
Okay, and the ones that are coming towards him, are they between him and me, or can I like get over there to kind of protect this guy?
You could get in between them. They're still probably 20 feet away from him.
Okay, and I'm gonna just. I'm gonna activate my little flying boots. I'm just gonna whoop over, and I'm going to hold my action to. Well, no, I'm just gonna Sacred Flame one of them,
Okay.
and that'll be a Dexterity save, DC 13.
Okay. I've got 15. It looks like they're a little resistant. You see the flames kind of splash around it, but then finally find purchase and damage it. How much damage? All right, I'm sorry, no.
If it saves for none. And then I'm going to bonus action cast Sanctuary on Tiberian, because they clearly want to take him somewhere, and I say no.
Nice. Okay.
So they have to make a wisdom save to it.
Got it. Are you done?
That's my turn.
Lurk?
So I will sort of. So I imagine these four clockwork folk are kind of around us, and we're kind of in the middle with Tiberian, I guess, around there.
Yeah, you're both kind of by the side of the building. They're 15 or 20 feet away. The three soldier-looking ones, and then the assassin one is up on the roof, kind of currently out of line of sight unless you're a little bit further away from the building.
Got it. Because the one I shot earlier is already
on the ground.
Yeah. So I, as the radiance continues, and I was just like, to out loud.
I'm not really interested in what you guys are trying to sell. I'm trying to sell something myself.
And I'm going to reach out, and I'm going to use my blood curse of bloated agony. So just on one of them, and it's going to. It increases within 30 feet of me. It begins to painfully swell up. It has a disadvantage on strength and dexterity ability checks.
Okay.
It will take a d8 of necrotic damage if it makes more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn.
Now, is this automatic, or do I?
This is automatic. Yeah, there is no saving throw for this. That's automatic. And then I will, rear back my bow and fire 2 shots at a different one. Spread the wealth a little bit. That's going to be a 26 to hit.
Hits.
And a 24 to hit.
Okay.
All right, and 17 points of magical piercing damage, followed by 8 radiant.
Okay.
And so just kind of like firing as I move kind of forward towards the king, and Mr. King, again, thanks for having me. Wild Party, we should talk about redemption soon. That's my turn.
Fight now. We'll talk later. So the blood bloat on that one, if it attacks, it's like a D8 damage to itself for every attack.
Yarp.
Okay.
It has to be more than one. So if it has like multi-attack or something.
Gotcha. Okay. It is. That one is. Is that under any effect right now that would prevent it from attacking? I don't believe so. The charm is gone.
Charm is gone.
No,
okay.
Unless it attacks the king.
No, it's recalibrating, and it is lunging forward at you. And you hear the gears or servos in it spin up into an overdrive flurry, and blades pop out of the hand, and it's trying to stab you. So it is making 4 attacks.
At me?
Yeah.
I would like to use a reaction, please.
Okay.
And Blurg's eyes, like there's like this begin to pool with what looks to be blood, and I'm going to use Blood Curse of the Eyeless, and I can use a reaction to roll 1 die and subtract the number rolled from your attack roll. So whenever you're ready.
That's cool.
I rolled 4 attacks. Which of the 4 would you like to?
I imagine it will be the first one, since it's so remove 4 from whatever that was.
Okay, I rolled a 20, natural 20, so that one is going to hit. The rest of them I rolled badly on, and they missed. So the crit, it's 14 slashing damage.
Ooh, that hurts.
I'm sorry, actually, it would be 11 slashing damage.
Oh, that's a little better.
But the flurry of activity and it being cursed like that, it's actually like ripping itself to shreds here. It is 14. Wow. 22 points of damage as blood just starts seeping from beneath its armored plating due to the multi-attack there. And then it seems to power down, and it's stunned. It's stuck in the last position where it tried to stab you. All right. Where are we at now?
Yikes is where we're at.
Yeah.
What was that?
Right?
All I saw was oil and blood.
Right.
I'm sorry, I lost track here. Who's up next?
I think I am.
I just went, so who was after me?
I think it's me. I think.
I think
Yeah.
so too.
All right,
Same.
Stuart.
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right. I'm going to eyeball the one that leapt onto the bathhouse. Do that glance, make sure everyone else seems occupied, and I'm going to attempt to leap onto the roof as well. I have a ring of jumping.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, you make it up there with your movement.
All right. I'll go ahead and. Can I have enough movement to get to an attack?
Yeah, his jump placed him like 5 feet in, so you get enough movement.
All right, so I land like a proud dragon and then drop down and just scuttle forward and just slash up at it, and I'm gonna go for flurry of blows. So
Okay.
all right, let's get this going. 22, dirty 20, and a 22.
They all hit.
Yes, they all. That'd be 18.
18 total damage.
18 damage, and I have the drunken technique so I can slip away from it and kind of go back into my back away, the 5 feet in battle position.
What was your highest damage roll there from that?
It was 7, I believe.
Okay, he'll like reaction that to reduce the damage a little bit. Does some rogue stuff.
Rogue stuff, rogue stuff.
Rogue stuff.
All right. All right, stabs.
All right. So after seeing my friend Blurg get blendered,
That's fair.
Stas is gonna yell at the machine. Mess with the bull, you get stabbed. And then he just runs up to it. And I'm going to attack. That's a 17.
It goes right on in.
And I would like to use a defensive flourish to add some extra sauce. So for the first bit of damage, it's gonna be 8 plus a D8 for my bardic inspiration.
Okay. And this is
Nice.
the one that's kind of leaking fluids due to the blood hunter.
So because of my defensive flourish, that's gonna be 16 damage total on the first strike, and my AC is increased by 8 until the beginning of my next turn.
Okay.
Gonna do my second attack. That's going to be a 22 to hit.
Oh yeah, all day.
Do you get pack tactics since you're next to me?
Do I?
Technically, you should.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Advantage on attacks if you have
Okay.
an ally within 5 feet. I believe.
Okay, so I'm just gonna roll 2d20s to see if any of them are nat 20s.
Yeah.
So let's see. That's a 17, so that's not a 20. And then I rolled a 19, which is also not a 20.
Yeah.
Close. We're close.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to stab one more time. Hey, dual wielding. So we're gonna go back to my main guy here, and one more attack. That's 15, 22 to hit, and so that'll be. Oh, I'm rolling nice on damage. An additional 12 damage.
12 will shut this guy
Nice.
down permanently. You get the feeling that these guys are more kind of shock troops, good against normal kobolds, but no match for your adventuring eliteness. At least not without greater numbers.
All right, and until the beginning of my next turn, my AC is 20.
Okay. All right, so in the immediate vicinity here, we're in the NPC realm now. We got 2 dead ones on the ground. The Swobold tackled one of them, who is currently prone, and the other was pierced, I believe, twice with the bow. Up on top of the bathhouse, the assassin clockwork droid, if you will, leaps up onto the exhaust stack up there, and while he's kind of a medium humanoid shape now, he starts transforming and turns into a thin column of clockworks and goes down through the tiny exhaust port, disappearing off the roof into the bathhouse.
Good.
The other kobold, the damaged one, rushes to the front of the bathhouse doors, and let's see who. You hear fire in the hole, and the guy at the front of the fountain, who's not a gnome, dressed in a military uniform, lobs something your way. And let's see, who is within 20 feet of Tiberian? I think most people who aren't on the roof.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
If I could get everyone to make a DC 15 saving throw.
X.
Dex, yes. 17 on a failed save.
18.
I like my reaction. My uncanny dodge.
Gotcha.
12.
So yeah, if he failed, 17 damage. Otherwise, 8 on a success. And what you saw before it exploded was this little kind
I think it's just an attack.
of pineapple
Speaking of
shaped
evasion.
device. And then it goes beep, 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 and it blows up. And there's just shrapnel everywhere. Everyone's ears are kind of ringing and stuff. Ha ha! Jolly good.
No, it's not.
And we are at the top of the round. Snugs. Ears ringing.
Don't forget Quip.
So her snout's like entirely covered in ash. She's just gonna go.
Oh.
Ugh. Or sorry. Blah!
As your ears are ringing.
And this feels like a time to do the cleric thing and heal people. Who needs healing? How hard are people?
I'm fine. He's totally covered in blood.
Blurg is in pain. I'm in pain. Is anyone else in pain?
I mean, I'm in pain, but I'm more angry than I'm hurt.
Oh,
Alright.
did you lose concentration on the sanctuary spell?
Oh.
Sanctuary is not concentration.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
All
Never
right.
mind. Good spell. Okay.
Got one of my players in the chat who definitely knows that. Cool, that helps. Do I have? Is there any more clockwork people near myself and Tiberian?
So next round there will be ones advancing forward, and they'll be at like 30 feet. But right now they're all kind of moving north from the little map towards the bathhouse slowly, and anything that gets near them they lash out at them. But Tiberian, the Kobold King, had called out Black Swan, and his voice was unnaturally loud, projecting 600 feet, and all the kobolds start flipping into action, and you can see they're doing the standard avoid, evade, and doing their level best to enact some type of plan that they've obviously practiced, so the carnage is much minimized.
Good. Then I'm going to just kind of advance a little bit. So,
Okay.
and I've got a mace, very prepared. My scale of miles is a little bit too big for me, but I'm very prepared. And I'm going to hold my action to attack if something gets within the danger zone. But as a bonus action, I would like to healing word blanked on names, so I'm Blurg. And if you have an enemy nearby or the ability to hit something with a weapon attack. As part of casting a first level spell, turns out that you can use your reaction if you like to make a weapon attack against a creature of your choice that you can see.
I just used my reaction earlier, so
Never mind. I'm still gonna heal you.
Cool.
4.
I really wanted to hit something with the back end of my bow.
Really wanted you to hit someone with the back end of your bow too. It's not gonna be a whole bunch, but it's a little.
Better than 0.
It's better than 0. Go ahead and give yourself 4 hit points back.
Great. Donka.
It's exactly 4 better than 0.
It's exactly 4 better than 0.
That. It's Sunday morning. We can't do that.
Off to the side, you see the Swobold come in, and the clockwork that he knocked down earlier, he proceeds to barrel it down again onto the ground as it tries to get up and rips its head off, and it just goes rolling towards you guys on the ground. He's Iron Fang, smash! Are you done, Snugs?
Yes, I am done.
Blurg.
Oh, did you go Quip? I don't know if you went.
I haven't gone in 2 rounds.
You haven't?
No. No. Sad kobold.
You
So,
sincere apologies. Flurry of action.
Yeah, I'm saving up for a burst of action on this thing. I saw the assassin one leap off the roof and run into the bathhouse.
Yes, he actually compressed Anne into like 6 inches wide and slipped down through the little exhaust steam vent on the top.
Okay, after him. But once I'm inside, I'd like to stealth. Assuming that there's steams and places in there that I can like hide inside of the smoke. If you want to just, that was my, I would have done that as my action last round if you wanted to do that way.
That works perfect. You open the door and inside it's still all steamy and stuff. So it's kind of like a light fog in here. Perfect for stealthing around.
I'll go see if I can find him.
Okay.
Around with my +2 perception.
So yes, you come in and the layout's pretty simple here. The steam vent is in the peak of the roof, and while you were in here before, there was no, column of metal standing over the rocks. It looks like it has not transformed from the shape that it was in to slide down through the hole.
Okay.
And your initiative is higher than it, so go nuts.
Oh, wow. Okay, if I can go nuts, I will get in a position and see if I can backstab it. And pulling out other first edition technology.
Technology!
So do I have advantage?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Sneak attack.
Another nat 20.
Yo,
Oh!
If you can see that. There it is down there.
Not a good day to be a clockwork assassin stuck mid-transformation.
Oh. So that's 17, 20, and then 3 additional for the backstab, for the crit, for another 10, so 30.
Nice. And it had taken some damage before, so 15. Okay, I'll let you know exactly what happens to it when we get to it on the initiative, but you struck hard on it, and little gears and stuff are popping off all over the place.
And I do dual wield. Is it possible to get another stab in? Is it worth rolling through?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. No nat 20 this time, and no sneak attack, so
Okay.
just a 21 for 6 damage.
Only 20.
That pays off.
Yo!
Or, actually, no, this one wouldn't have been an advantage because I had already attacked this round. I should re-roll. 13.
Apology for missing your turn last time. In the initiative, we're at 12 now, and score.
I'm up.
It's my turn now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were just pulling Quip back into the order, and then Snugs
I think
went.
it's my
and
fault for readying an action on the first round that has kind of screwed everything up.
Then, yeah.
That
So,
was the first domino.
you're right. Blurg then.
Yeah, no worries. It's
And
all
then
good. It's all good. We're playing games.
Timey-wimey.
All gravy. So can I see Hippopotamus-san?
Yeah, he's not really choosing the stealth or even the concealment
I didn't
option.
think so.
He's just kind of like, in the middle of battle. He is loving it. You can tell. I mean, he's really projecting like.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. And I will aim my bow towards him, and
It's really nice to meet you. You must be the culprit.
and that's a 22 to hit, and higher 24 to hit.
Yep, that'll do it.
Oh, I wrote super low. That's 13 piercing and an 8 radiant. As these two radiant arrows hit him in what kind of armor does he have? Like just
it looks like it may just be his natural beefiness.
Natural
Kind
awesomeness.
of like a blue military uniform.
I
It looks like
respect that confidence so much. You actually where the arrows hit, they kind of hit like right, like one to the top left and one to the bottom right, and in between as the crimson begins to flow, weirdly they begin to sort of congeal and commit to this like weird rune, and I'm going to sear an arcane brand of chemocraft magic into him called the Brand of Castigation. And what that means is anytime, so I always know the direction of the branded creature, kind of like Hunter's Mark, and anytime he does damage to me or a creature that I can see within 5 feet of me, he suffers 1 point of psychic damage.
nice. Remind me of that the next time he attacks here. I like it though.
I will be super happy to. And that will be me. And I'll kind of confidently move forward. Totally pretending, because Blurg is good at pretending to be confident. He's not a confident guy. But yeah.
The guy you shot is yelling out, "You hit my drinking flask! Who shot me?"
That was me. That was me. Hello.
He's we'll get around to him, but he's got two kind of wand-like devices in his hands that are pointed in your direction. All right, so that was Blurg. Quip, are we good on actions? We've caught up. Excellent. Now, the monk. Fist of Fury.
I curse the little, I curse the little steam pipe as the mechanical creature goes down. You know, glance over and see our hip hop anonymous friend taking those shots of the arrows inside. All right, this is it. And kind of ready myself and just shout out "Blue Dragon!" and leap off the building and attempt to attack the hippo.
Yeah, you get a 45 move in the ring of jumping. You can easily close the distance.
Yes.
Live.
I'm gonna just attempt to land, claws out.
It's perfect. It's like a little kobold superhero landing. Yeah. Bring it.
All right.
Looking at the
2 16s.
16s. Beats. You hit him.
Yes.
He looks a little surprised. Like he's not used to having to look that close to the ground. What?
I'm surprised too. 14 damage total.
Are you done then?
Yes.
Okay. So, Stabs, we're going to get to you. I'm going to do this guy here. You dare attack me? Sergeant Ebenezer Cromwell? And he takes the two wands that he's holding in his hands, and instead of aiming them towards the archer that just shot him, he lowers them to you, who are right in front of him still?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Unloading the pistols. Yeah, although you're right up close, so he's disadvantage here, which if you had been a medium-sized creature, it would have just opened up your chest, but he basically just shoots like either side of your head. It's very loud and it's in your face, but he misses. And there's just kind of like a cloud of smoke in between the two of you. You can taste the smoke powder on your mouth.
Can I use deflect missiles on that?
Sure, yeah, give it a shot.
All right. I'm going to attempt to catch one
the
of the
bullet.
bullets.
Nice.
Fire it back.
Is that based off his attack roll or just a roll you make?
It's a yeah.
Oh, it says if I'm hit by. Does that apply or no?
Yeah, sure. I mean, rule of cool.
All right.
God damn, I love monks.
Oh,
So much.
a 10.
Yeah, he rolled really low in the attack roll, so I'm going to say you can bounce it back at him, but the 10 is not enough to hit him. It goes right over his head, and he's letting a curse of navel-based filthiness just fly, like the swears you've never heard before that you will probably tell your offspring one day. Very colorful, very dirty, and.
See, you
Stab?
said navel, I totally heard, like, I was like, belly button cursing? I don't really understand. And then I was like, oh, I'm an
He
idiot.
is that skilled, dude.
It's like, it's like Greg.
It's not
Okay,
just
so-
common. It's like 6 different languages.
I'm gonna need to send that equation filter to all of us, apparently.
Yeah. Yep.
Stabs, you're up, and then I'll finish up with the clockwork sword.
All right. So I'm imagining that I just heard 2 loud explosions followed by the most colorful profanity I've ever heard in my life.
That is correct.
I want to go to there.
Well, you know where it's happening at. It's not that far away, right in front of the fountain.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go to there, and this guy just shot at my friend, right?
Yes, indeed.
What is he holding now? 2 wands or?
So you thought they were wands. There must be some type of like fire sticks or something. You've seen some of the kobold elites wielding similar things, but nothing quite like this design.
Are they obviously metal?
They are metal, yes. They've got metal and wood.
I would like the heat metal on the gun, please.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Nice. Yes, that's automatic, correct? No attack roll?
Choose a manufactured object such as metal oven, and yeah, it just happens. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage. When you cast a spell, until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your subsequent turns to cause this damage again. If the creature is holding or wearing the object, it takes the damage from it. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop it if it can. If it doesn't drop it, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay. So he had just fired, and I would say that it hasn't reloaded yet since it's normally part of his attack action, but you definitely take out one of the pistols, let's be frank, that he's holding there. And how much fire damage?
Yeah, that's gonna be 2d8. Let's bah! So that's just 5 damage.
Oh.
Still, he did not like that at all.
And he needs to make a Constitution saving check to hold on to it.
He's dropping it. He's got another
nice.
pistol, and he does not need that type of pain in his life. He's got enough kids to feed back home. He doesn't need more trouble.
For my bonus action, I will I'll say you should say those words or you're gonna make people want to kick your ass. And that's gonna be my bardic inspiration to score. You get 1d8 for 10 minutes that you can apply to whatever you want.
Awesome.
Nice. Okay, so the clockwork soldiers then. They're gonna make one. Let's see. Yeah, they'll come at you. 2 of them rush up from the edge, and they're just doing their standard attacks here, which they have a horrible base bonus. They slice right around you, but don't actually hit you. So they're right up in your grill there. So,
Which one of us is you?
I'm sorry. Yeah, stabs.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're swinging at me?
They are.
No. Okay, here, let me.
I rolled like garbage though.
Okay, cool. All right.
That's like, allow me to retort.
My AC is because I made a mistake. Okay, my AC is 16. Sorry.
Okay, well, I was rolling the single digits here, so that wasn't going to be enough to...
So I'm just
The dice either love me
I'm
or
just
they hate me.
dodging them.
Well, what's giving it away is the tick-tock you can hear in the rhythm of the tick-tock, and you're able to dodge.
As he's dodging, he just yells, "There's no smooth." It doesn't mean anything. He just says it.
Okay, so top of the round. Okay, Snugs, you're up.
So people are trying to bug stats, right?
Right, two of them are on him. And the general conflict in the rest of the village seems to be dying down a little bit. There had been a number of kobold shouts and stuff, but for the most part that has died down, and there's just the rhythmic tick-tock of the few remaining clockwork soldiers that are out there. So
It's
it
terrifying. I love it.
does appear to be quieting down, and then in the background you hear the rum, 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 and the crunch of metal as perhaps Cadmus has entered the fray.
Oh, heck yeah. Okay.
What would you like to do?
And we still have that hippopotamus gentleman.
Indeed, he is still standing and looking a little worse for the wear.
Oh, all the things that I do are radiant. They didn't seem to be super into radiant, so I'm going to Sacred Flame the hippo guy. That'll be a dex save.
Rolling. That is a 4 on the die. Horrible for a 6. I'm guessing he
He will be taking a total of 8 radiant damage as there's a little draconic roar.
Why?
More of a
Why?
and
Why would you do that?
it comes down. Don't hurt my friends! And she'll pass.
So he's even dropped his little monocle that he had in one eye, and he's all just looking kind of dazed and confused. Blurg, I believe we're back to you, or did I miss somebody?
Quip.
Yes, Quip again. Quip goes before Bird.
Oh, that is where I had you down for a 15 initiative.
Mm-hmm.
You're Blurg. What's your
After Blurg?
17.
Okay, then after Blurg.
Okay.
I would know before score because I had to ready in action in order to let him show.
That's where we got. That's where it got all fired. Fubard.
As long as we're all wrong, it's okay.
Right.
Oh, that is the kobold way. We're all wrong.
So wrong. It's right. It just comes right around.
Exactly. Okay, cool. Then I guess I will do the thing. I'm trying to create my masterpiece and connect 4. So I'm gonna shoot 2 more times at the hippo. This is probably a smart time for you to surrender. We can talk about this, maybe. I don't know. It depends on what they want to do. Sorry. That's a 25 to hit.
As you're hitting him with the arrows, you hear him. You said something about surrender, and then how much damage on the arrow hits?
Well, we haven't even got there yet. That's a 25 and a 20 to hit.
They both hit. He doesn't have any way to boost his AC.
Okay. So, well, let's see what we have here. So, first things first. 19 points of piercing and 9 radiant.
That puts him down.
Okay. this will be non-lethal for the purposes of this situation, but it's up to play anyway.
For your second attack, you want to shoot the other gun out of his hand?
Oh, the first one. Well, oh yeah. Well, okay, sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So yeah, he goes down. He's still got an arrow stuck in him, but the second one, as he goes down, you pin it to a tree behind him. It's very, very.
I've been working on that
done.
trick shot for a year.
Quip. So we are back in. I'm sorry. Were you done, Blurg?
I'm actually gonna look around to all the clockwork folk that are. I don't know how many more there are. Like
in your immediate vicinity, there's maybe two. You guys do hear like a high buzzed drilling sound from the southern part of the village. Sounds like a bunch of rock being chewed up.
So you should probably surrender too, or the dragon's going to eat you.
That's my turn.
The two clockworks kind of look at each other and their eyes blink in a quick binary fashion, and then they look back at you. But meanwhile, in the bathhouse.
Uh-oh. Payback's coming.
Yeah, so he...
Go, Quip, go.
I didn't do it. He did it.
So yeah, his initiative is... He's got to finish transforming here, or he's a goner. So he finishes transforming back into the medium clockwork assassin form, and redraws the swords, and is taking a defensive posture. Quip, your turn.
You said this demon here can be used to hide in?
Yes, it is still... you can kind of fade into it if you are silent enough.
All right. In that case, I'm going to disengage with him.
Okay.
And move away and use my action like a shadow I am and go into the mist.
Gotcha. He...
Would you like a stealth check?
Yes.
Because I think this guy is going to eat me for lunch. And I got 26.
Well, his head is swiveling around. He does not appear to be able to detect you in here. You hear the wet squish of towels on the floor as he's stepping around the bathhouse. He's kind of stalking you through the fog, but unable to find you.
I'll keep throwing soap different directions. Try to distract him.
The soap, he kind of like throws a dart out at it, pinning it to the wall but unable to actually get you.
That could be me. Yeah.
All right.
All right. That's all I can do is I play games with him. Keep him busy.
To the south. Okay, so next up would be Score.
All right. We said our hippo was down on his knees after that last.
Yeah,
right?
he's kind of on his knees, and he's got a couple arrows in his chest, and his head is hanging low. He does not look...
All right, I'm going to scrabble up him around his back and ready my small, maw at his throat, and I'm going to ready attack if I feel that he's not surrendering. I'm going to attempt to bite into this giant girth of neck.
Whoa!
Did I even open that far?
He's on the edge of consciousness, but he says to you, "You hear that sound? It means we already won." And where you guys came in, where the Valkenweave little statue was just off to the entrance, that kind of crumbles into the ground as something clockwork and mechanical drills up from below and is on the surface. And you see it holding a clutch of kobold eggs. And when it appears on the surface, all of the other clockworks that are up there They start beeping rapidly, heads scanning around, looking for anything that isn't another kobold. And a cat runs out of number 12, the building down there, and wraps itself and its tail around the clockwork with the clutch of eggs. And a swirl of smoke appears and goes straight upward into the canopy overhead. It looks like it is dimension doored away.
Oh no.
And the clockworks are all running towards people beeping rapidly. Score. What did you want to do?
I imagine I'm just frozen right now. There's just way too much suddenly happening around me. So I'm still just locked into that position, just kind of clutched onto him because it's like the only thing I'm sure is in my control right now. So
Okay.
that'll be my turn.
Okay. None of them have looked at you. There's a number of them that are like pounding on doors, and as the beeping rapidly intensifies, stabs.
I'm very concerned.
All right. First thing, the number one priority. Somebody dropped their monocle on the ground, so I'm gonna pick that up and
Important.
To you, it's more of a magnifying glass than a monocle, but it is well
Yes.
made.
Now I will be going by Professor Stabs.
As you do.
That's the first.
I like it. I like it.
That's the first thing that needs to happen. The second thing that needs to happen is they're going after our eggs. We've got to protect the children. Dare I say, feed the children. So, hey, you see what I'm doing?
Damn.
All right.
No kobold goes hungry.
I what's up. All right, so what's the thing that has the eggs here? Bring me into that. Let me see what we're working with.
So where it was 120 feet south, and now there's just an empty crater with rubble around it that would be difficult terrain, and it has actually exited the battlefield.
It's already escaped.
Yes, it apparently went up into the sky, and
okay, I can work with that. So I'm pretty, and there's still these TikTok Karen robots all over the place.
There's less than there were. They've actually not fared very well against the general populace, who really did not appreciate the interruption of festivities. But the remaining ones feel like they're about to blow up.
Okay. Oh, they're about to blow. Oh, that's
that kind of beeping.
Rapidly.
That's what I was.
Beeping.
That's exactly what I thought.
Beep, 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 beep.
But that meant they get the jackpot and they're going to start paying out.
Yeah, we're playing Blinko.
Oh man!
Pull the lever, see if you win.
That one.
You win.
And the last dumb question that I have to ask you, and I'm so sorry for all these questions, is the dragon cart. Where is that again?
The dragon cart has now wheeled around to the street where you guys came in on, and kind of rolls over that difficult terrain that was created by the hole. And it's at the base of the street looking north. And there's a number of clockworks that are in the street. And it guns it forward. And it just starts rolling over them as it's moving north towards you and the downed hippopotamus soldier.
All right. So I'm just going to try and protect the town.
Kerchunk.
And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to conjure a major image of a dragon in the sky, telling everybody, get in your house, there's going to be explosions. It's like this majestic looking dragon, but like it's using my voice because Professor Stabs is not a voice actor. So this is the best he can do. So
you hear a bunch of windows and doors slamming shut, and the remaining clockworks pop off. Minor fires break out, but things are eerily calm. The only thing you hear is the roar and sputtering of Cadmus, the war machine, and the battle and initiative is over. the recovery is kind of happening. And a few minutes later, a couple more swobolds come out, and they're in recovery, trying to figure out what just happened here. Tiberian is alive, and he's kind of directing rescue efforts, and they're doing an accounting and realize that one of the kobold egg chambers had been breached, and 8 of the eggs were stolen away. There were some casualties, but many fewer than expected if you had not been present. Let's see, we'll be taking a break shortly, but not quite yet. So what would you like to do in regards to the battlefield and stuff? Kind of survey the wreckage and see what's going on?
I am. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So King, we were. Remember how you were like, "We'll talk later." This is later.
Am I still clutched onto this hippo?
Yes, he was left behind and is kind of slowly bleeding out on the ground. You can staunch the bleeding if you would
I'll kind
like
of
to
yell.
try.
I'll kind of yell over a score. Can you interrogate him, please?
Snuggs is gonna go over
My
and
mouth is full.
are you going to be nice now?
He kind of
he's
tries to
unconscious.
wave
Could
a
I-
claw over to you.
Oh, she said pokes. Pokes. And yeah, I want him conscious now. I don't want to just stabilize him, I think. So I'll spend a spell slot to pop
To
him
bring him around.
back up
Okay.
with
Where are the jaw?
with a whopping 5 hit points.
I would like to immediately go and retrieve those guns because they were loud.
So one gun was pretty kind of like melted from the heat metal, but there is a pistol which was merely pinned to the house behind him. That looks like it could be serviceable.
You can keep the arrow too.
You've bested me. You fought well for tiny dragons.
Rar.
Snuggs is just glaring down.
Little proud moment there.
And she has a -3 to intimidation, but she did roll a 19. So somehow she's just
You're channeling your inner dragon.
she's about the size of him when he's seated, like she's still shorter than he is, and she's just
I rolled very poorly on his counter intimidation attempt. I'm your prisoner. What do you want to know?
Where did you take the eggs?
The skyship we rode in on. It is currently headed towards the walking tower.
Tower what?
You could give me a history check. Anyone?
Oh, I totally will give you a history check. I'm actually good at that.
I'm ready for this.
Never
here we
mind.
go.
Not from around here.
Never mind.
We got a whopping 7 on that.
Remember, we have inspiration.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll spend my inspiration to not roll a 2 on the die.
Okay.
That was
I
difficult.
also rolled a 2. Wow.
In sync.
So I rolled a nat 1 for nothing.
You just nod along. Tell me the walking tower.
I totally know about this walking tower. I totally know about this walking tower.
Does it walk?
It walks, and it's a tower.
I've never seen it myself, and looks like I've missed my ride. Look, I'm just a hired gun. Well, was until I lost them. But I mean, it was just business, right? Work for the guy with the most coin.
Yeah, that checks out.
So who's the guy?
Prince Caravelli.
Can we roll a knowledge check on Prince Caravelli?
Not a name you're familiar with, but hey,
Okay.
you got me. I'll tell you. He's some gnome guy. I don't know. He really, really hates kobolds.
I told you it was gnomes.
Gnome, he's got a cat with him normally. And
Always gnomes.
what do people have for passive perception?
12.
11.
16.
Well,
16 has it. Score. Kind of southeast of where you guys are at. There is a cat that is coming up along the edge of building 6, not too far from the downed GIF. And he's all orange and white and looks very hellish. And he's looking at you with his bright, clear eyes, listening to everything.
Spy. And I'm gonna attempt to leap onto the roof and go for the cat, try to catch it.
All right. Do a opposed athletics check here. What'd you get for athletics?
Ooh, nat 20.
Yeah, I rolled
Nice.
a total 10. So, yeah, you managed to get hold of him.
Just gonna
Put me
clutching
down.
at it and attempting
Put me
to
down. Does anyone speak Gnomish?
No.
All right. Well, it's being said in Gnomish, and then he switches over to Common. Put me down at once. How dare you unhand me, you filthy kobold!
I do not. I'm attempting to drag it back to the party.
We were very clean because we just had a bath, but then you see someone threw a thingy into the bathhouse, and now we're not clean anymore. But that's really your fault.
He's definitely a little prejudiced against kobolds. He's just like hissing, unhand me at once, uncouth.
Yeah, I do the same right.
Eat eggs.
I open my jaws and just over the head, no pressure. Just enough to ring it over hello.
Also, what does uncouth mean?
It means the opposite of couth, duh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I sort of have
Common's
this,
weird.
I have this cat in like a half Nelson lock.
You're going MMA on this
Armbar.
Cat's going down.
The cat's eyes kind of flicker with infernal flame, and the voice changes a little bit. Sounds a little bit more regal. I see you've captured my minion, Helden. You're speaking with Prince Caravelli. I would just like to thank you for taking such excellent care of your eggs. They will make a fine addition when I raise them to work for me. It's a shame I didn't kill more of your kind.
Oh, we're coming to see you.
Man, you suck.
If you're not dragon, we don't work for you.
Take it, baby.
Must be dragon.
That's just
Do
that's
your
just
worst.
low.
The more I kill, the more I dance.
How does killing and dancing come together? I don't understand the vernacular. That's
You're
a
right.
really good word though.
That doesn't make sense. I'll get back to you.
You got to work your bad guy in.
Okay.
You got a bad guy a little harder.
The banter I'm ever so good at. All right. I think this is a good time to take a break. We can come back, regroup, and see what's going on. So,
Planner assault, walking tower.
The entire break, Blurg is talking to the king about the Brotherhood of Redemption the entire time.
so
This break happened to be a
Nope.
short okay.
Nope.
I just wanted to try.
there probably will be, yes. But we're on to mid-show announcements, and we're checking on the status of donations to No Kid Hungry. Looking at the banner here, I'm seeing $5,015. And Sarah, would you be able to do the charity announcement?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are obviously feeding hungry kids, and the Games Tavern, along with our friends on 6 other very cool streaming channels, have set up this huge charity super stream going on all week and into this weekend, obviously, since it's Sunday, for No Kid Hungry. So what that means is each dollar raised provides up to 10 nutritious meals to hungry kids. And we have perks. So Shard Tabletop has that donation super bundle for everyone who donates $100 or more. So sub to Shard Tabletop, who we love, and a whole bunch of bonus content. So stuff from Kobold Press, from CZRPG, Goblin Explorer, Dragon's Horn Studios, Tabletail Games, and Siteku pronunciation? I don't know. Easily worth more than $100. And that's not all. There's so many donation incentives from Shard Tabletop, D&D Beyond, Kobold Press, Die Hard Dice, Overhead Games, Miniature Market, and Incarnate. So super worth donating, not just for the impact of your dollar, but also for all these cool perks.
And Brian, could you tell us about the giveaway?
Oh, what's that? A giveaway?
Indeed.
As a reminder, we are having a giveaway right now. Type EPIC into the Twitch chat and enter to win an epic character generator to create realistic avatars of your characters from Overhead Games. I've checked these out. They're awesome. Or epic, some would say. The raffle for the package will be drawn at the end of the stream when the winner is drawn and announced live by one of us. It'll be epic.
But
All
if
right.
you don't say it epic the way that Brent said it, you'll be disqualified.
It will be less than epic. Epic.
And don't forget, it is exclamation mark epic.
Yes, yes.
For your
Yeah.
commands.
That's how you know it's going to be epic even
Right.
before it's said.
Right, exactly. We are pre-exclamation.
That is
A
how-
single exclamation, unlike Stabs, which has multiple Z's.
Of course.
The more Z's, the more power. Everybody knows that.
I mean,
It's true.
you saw what happened in that battle, yo.
So we'll be back in just a few short minutes. Thanks for watching so far.
Oh, this is cold. I asked for my blood to be hot, boiling hot. Bring it back. Go fix this, please. It's so hard to get good help these days. Oh, hello there. It's me, Scalathrax, fiend about town and, well, dungeon owner. And when I'm not creating a horde of new problems for adventurers trying to rob my dungeon, I'm looking for a horde of new 5th edition monsters. So let me tell you about Tome of Beasts from Kobold Press. Whether you need dungeon vermin or world-shaking personifications of evil, the Tome of Beasts has it. There are more than 400 new foes for your 5th edition game, everything from tiny drakes and peculiar spiders to demon lords and ancient dragons. Tome of Beasts includes monsters from the entire history of Kobold Press, with longtime favorites such as clockwork creatures, drakes and dragons, devils and archdevils. Check them out, some of my brothers and sisters in there. Dangerous flavors of the Fae, undead, and so much more. Use them in your favorite published setting, or populate dungeons in a world of your own creation. Pick up Tome of Beasts from Kobold Press and give your players an encounter they won't soon forget. Where's my blood?
Hey, thanks for watching the show. It looks like you're having a great time. Let me tell you really quick about That Many's Paint Show. Every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Every show, the host and their guests will be painting miniatures live on stream. They'll walk you through all the different techniques and products they use to paint miniatures to a high standard in a quick and easy fashion. They'll show you all the different things live, and on top of that, the audience gets to ask questions, and we're going to answer them live on stream. If you've always wanted to learn how to paint miniatures, this is a great way to do so. And on top of that, you can paint while you're painting with us too, and chat with us and tell us about your projects and share your pictures of your miniatures as well. We love it when people share their miniatures with us. So remember, That Many's Paint Show, every Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Pacific, only on the Games Tavern Network.
Well, hello there. I'm Nartimus, Archmage of the High Order. And when I'm not busy foiling Scalathrax's plans to destroy the entire world, I'm sending adventuring parties out to scour for new tomes and knowledge of magic. That's why I want to tell you about this. Deep Magic, a tome from Kobold Press. Their kobold minions have traveled the plains seeking the secrets of magic. They've unearthed ancient tomes of forgotten civilizations, bargained dangerously with demons and creatures of the void, and have even scaled the towers of Shadow Fae mages to unlock their secrets. Deep Magic includes such wonderful topics such as dragon magic, elven high magic, ooh, I better get me some of that, shadow magic, battle magic, and angelic wards. Additionally, it includes such rare knowledge on ley lines, void magic, illumination magic, rune magic, and clockwork magic, as well as topics on time magic, hieroglyph magic, mythos magic, elemental magic, winter magic, and my personal favorite, alchemancy. Now, they pass along their hard-won knowledge to you in Deep Magic, an arcane series for 5th edition. Here you'll find new schools of magic, arcane traditions, new and variant spells, magical feats, spell-slinging NPCs, and so much more. This book is 356 pages of pure magic. This will keep your campaign fresh and your adventurers guessing for years to come. You can buy it now at koboldpress.com.
Welcome back. Hey, let's check in on the charity and then we'll get right back to the show. Noir?
So, hey everybody. We're feeding hungry kids. So thanks to your support, we have raised over $5,015 to help create 50,150 nutritious meals for kids. We are into our next challenge goal for 6,000. So remember, if we hit that goal, Matt Feldman on the Games Tavern has to shave his head. Oh my God, that's a thing? Yes, yes. I'm sorry, I'm completely diverted from script. Please make this happen. Please. The Games Tavern Network charity super stream for no kid hungry going on right now. So when you donate, you get good stuff, a tax deduction, and most importantly, warm feelings that you help feed hungry kids, and also the warm feeling of making Matt Feldman shave his head. Let's do this! Come on!
You know, and if we reach that stretch goal, I think they're going to try and get it on video for posterity purposes. You know.
Yes.
But now let's return to the show. Kobolds, go! We are back in the Reaching Woods, Shade Weaver Village, populated by kobolds, after an attack from the sky by clockworks. And as you're all picking through the rubble, the kobolds are coming out of every nook and cranny, and you guys are able to scrape together some stuff from the downed clockworks. So a couple of the clockworks that came in failed to land softly and just kind of crashed directly into the earth. And as they're picked apart, there are 2 balloon packs that are able to be recovered. It looks like they were not properly deployed, but the kobold tinkerers that look them over assure you that they are in perfect working order. So those are in D&D Beyond. I can drop the link if you need it. Otherwise, balloon pack, basically, like a levitate, soft landing in theory type device. And from the Sergeant Cromwell, the gift mercenary, there are a couple packets of smoke powder that are retrievable that he was using to power his musket and pistols. So those are available. And then there is a seeker dart that was left behind in the bathhouse that must have been dropped by the droid assassin. Which these are all, kind of elemental powered type stuff. Well, except the smoke powder. Who knows how that stuff's made? Maybe something to do with pixies. But those are available for use.
You shake them like a pepper shaker.
Indeed. And then one of the more curious items, when the clockworks were dropping, they were popping off a number of like magic missile type effects, targeting some of the kobolds that were out there. And one of the arms on the crashed clockwork is recovered, and it's got like a single-use cylinder of magic missile. It looks kind of like a one-shot magic missile wand. So that is available as well.
Oh,
I'm seeing that like an epic Roman candle.
Kind of, yeah. Looks like somebody threw a little bit of money into it on this assault. It wasn't, put together haphazardly. And then the Cobalt Tinkerers are fighting over the clockwork pieces that are out there, having scraped most of them away. But the Swobold, Ironfang, the head of the one that he had ripped off, he brings it over and is like, I did this. And the Tinkerers are all over it. And they realize that that they can provide some illumination to it. And when they do, there's a text in what appears to be like infernal that's projecting out of its eyes. And they're projecting it onto a wall, but it's reversed. Does anyone speak infernal or have a way with codes and stuff? No.
I'm mildly smart.
The call goes out, and kind of a crowd is forming around, and they're all trying to figure out the puzzle and stuff. And eventually, they get out a book and start doing the letter by letter translation on it, and it appears to be some objectives that were like hardwired into the clockwork's mind, which are literally being projected through its eyes when they provide illumination. And as they go down the list, number 1 is obey Prince Caravelli. The second, locate the walking tower, obtain its power source. The third, obtain and secure kobold eggs. The fourth, capture Svago the Drake. And the fifth, kill King Tiberian. So they seem to be pretty single-minded here, definitely go after the kobolds. So,
yes. Was Spago the Drake in the bathhouse?
He was, or she was. Hard to tell.
Is she gone? Did they accomplish their Spago collection efforts?
You go looking in there, and she is gone as well. And there's no sign of the clockwork. There are bits and pieces on the ground. You definitely damaged it. Good, but Svago and the assassin are no longer there.
Is there any information encoded in this that says where they are kidnapping Svago and the eggs to?
Well, you do have a prisoner that could be interrogated.
Did you not say the walking tower?
Yeah. Walking tower is objective 2, and when you go back to him, King Tiberian is in there giving him the work over. Smack, and he's like, "I need to take a break. Would one of you care to take over?" He's not giving me much to work with here.
That's really strange. He was super forthcoming earlier.
Absolutely. I just go and start smacking.
No.
Of course, Your Highness.
Bees will sting you.
She's back to not being very intimidating. She's just...
If Blurg is going to intimidate, I would like to assist Blurg in his intimidation, so he'll get an advantage on the check. And he's flinging bugs at him. Well,
I'm full up in his face, just slapping him.
Right. Yeah. So like, I have to imagine like I'm like Blurg is like trying to like monologue, and like he's just seeing like stars explode in his brain. It's just pop, pop, pop. Like, see, like I'm actually, luckily he's not. His name's Stabs, not Fists or Slaps, but we can escalate to Stabs if you really.
When Stabs gets tired of slapping, goes back to stabbing.
Really don't like. You should. You saw what he did with those clockwork guys, and you saw what I did to your chest. And Quip, you didn't see it all. But guess what? That's because Quip is Quip.
Look, I know what you're doing. It's a classic case of good kobold, bad kobold. Okay.
Damn, really?
Look, I told you what.
Everyone hide.
That's the only plan we had.
Roll credits.
Look, the next objective was the walking tower, but I'm not on the airship, so I don't know where it's at. If you guys know where it's at, have at it, but I can't help you any further. And he just seems exasperated and just like beaten at this point. Like, stop slapping me. I've told you all that I know.
Where's walking tower? Did it walk?
Tiberian kind of shakes his head. I hoped it wasn't coming to this. The pixies know where it's at.
Pixies?
Yeah, the pixies.
They seem nice.
Well, you'll see. You'll see. Look,
No. Don't do that thing where like you guys go find out on your own, and then like, oh my god, I wish we listened to the king. Like, just tell us.
Tiberian
is
like, look. You can find out yourself. You guys get with Cadmus. Cadmus will bring you to the pixies, to the Nightcaller, and you can deal with them. Find out where the walking tower is. They keep tabs on it. It stays over in their territory. We don't know where it's at. It's not our thing. One day it will be, but not yet. Not yet.
Get to ride the mechanical drake?
Yes, and from talking to them, they need to top up on fuel anyways. They can get some more fuel there from the pixies.
Does anyone have any powder? I think the slaps would be better if I had powder.
No, but you can use this for paper cuts.
And I hand him one of the Brotherhood of Redemption flyers.
What type of powder were you looking for?
Flour.
Oh, well, you do have some smoke powder that you recovered from the gift.
I think the hippo person had some. You could use that.
So be very, very careful with that.
I just start slapping.
Nice.
Grind some smoke powder into him. Look, that stuff's very flammable. Very flammable.
Before we go, Snugs, I have giant boo-boo. Can you fix?
Yeah, I'll fix it on the ride.
Yeah,
and she's gonna cast Prayer of Healing while we're while we're journeying on the mechanical drake.
Maybe one thought: can we do a short rest before we head out in order to spend hit dice, so I don't have to? So Snugs doesn't have to use her.
100%. This is all kind of rolled into a 1 hour recovery interrogation.
Okay, cool. Well, let's do that. Yeah.
Cool.
And even the kobolds who have Cadmus, the war machine, they get their little montage as well. Gearing up, securing equipment and stuff, sharpening their blades, polishing the.
I am still clutching this cat, by the way. I'm just holding onto it and periodically just whispering threats that I'm hoping are getting over to the prince.
The infernal eyes
you to this cat
that Prince Caravelli was channeling when it spoke are gone. Our normal, like, kind of infernal cat eyes. They're slits, kind of like a goat. It's really weird, and it's speaking. If you fall asleep, I'm going to eat your face.
Not before I eat yours.
Challenge accepted. You can call me Heldon.
Score.
Are you in need of a familiar?
Yes, you would serve a dragon. We will talk.
Kind of lumbers over to the rest of the party.
It'll perch on your shoulder if you let it.
I will not.
Okay, wise move.
Easy access to the neck. Yeah, totally smart.
You like the vision out of that eye. Okay, so
I'd like to imagine during this hour there's a montage of everybody getting ready, and for the entire hour I am just slapping the shit out of
I told you.
after a little while, he's like, "That face ain't gonna get any redder,"
I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for me. I would like to make an amendment to my name. My name is now Professor Stab Slaps.
The amendment passes.
Okay, so you guys crawl aboard Cadmus, and it's moving at a good pace when it leaves here. Fast for a wagon, but slow for like a person that would be like running constantly for a long time. They know where they're going, and they're a little excited when you mention the Nightcaller is where you're going. And they start like humming a little tune that kind of goes between the three of them. And it's pretty catchy. You can definitely tell it's Pixie inspired. Let's see, tech guys, if we could pull up scene setter 3 and then I guess that would be battle map 2, the Nightcaller music video. So yeah, we've got pixies and sprites here. So what you guys pull up to is a giant oak tree. This thing is easily 10 foot around. It's one of the ones that kind of forms the infrastructure of the Reaching Woods canopy that keeps the harmful bright sunlight out. And up about 5 feet off the ground, there appears to be light coming out of the side of the tree. And when the battle wagon rolls up, if you guys go to the top of the battle wagon, you can see inside. And there's doors, and there's some pixies that are kind of fluttering outside, dressed in little leather garb and stuff. And you hear some squeaking and stuff. It's hard to make out. And then the kobolds pet Cadmus, and it just goes to a very quiet, low purr, and you can hear them. I'm going to need your admission. There's a cover charge.
I give him my bumblebee.
What's covering? What are we covering?
What do you got in your pocket? They motion to empty your pockets.
I have a candle.
And Quip, when you hold out your hand with bugs, one of them flies down and grabs a nice little beetle. You can enter.
Hey, told you, bugs always handy.
You can enter. Next, and they point to Snugs.
Snugs is going to whisper to Zymor, "Find me later." And she's going to hand the mouse over.
Ooh, they look at each other and give a whistle, and 2 more sprites come out and fly it up and bring it back. You can enter. Next in line, you hear kind of like jazz music and stuff coming from the inside. It seems like a real party's going on in there.
You choose. Do you want something real, like nice and relaxing, or something more preparation for violence?
In unison, they say, "Empty your pockets."
Well, not all of them. Just 2.
And I have a candle in one hand and I have a dagger in the other.
They eye the dagger, but then they go for the candle. Practicality. You may enter. Next.
I walk up and I pull out, and this is actually in my character sheet, a little bag of sand. Right here. That's all you get. I don't run my pockets for nobody.
They open up the bag and kind of let the sand flow through their fingers. You may enter.
Yeah. Professor Stab slaps him. This one.
Next up.
As I'm fumbling the cat to one arm, I pull out a little tankard, and I just start pouring just an almost constant stream of liquid into the open hand.
Well, they have acorn caps and stuff because it is an oak tree. So when you do that, it's not just the 2 bouncers there, but a number of sprites come down and start picking up the liquid and stuff.
And there's a nice stream of dwarven ale landing in everyone's cabs.
You may enter.
Oh,
you may
no.
enter.
They're about to get so lit.
It's lit.
So basically, it's like one step from the top of the dragon head over. It's kind of like the perfect height. And as you step in, you actually shrink down. So now the sprites and the pixies are your own size. You'd say you're probably tiny in size, and you're perfectly sized to them. And inside, there's half a dozen like stone tables or so, and the pixies and the sprites are all kind of dancing. It's a very party atmosphere in here. They are living life to the nines, and it's got a really good beat. Like you could definitely dance to this. And
Spikes is going to try to dance to this. She's not very good. She yeah, so that'll be a total of 3 performance checks. So she does a little like white girl boogie and then looks around and is really embarrassed and stops.
I just rolled I rolled a natural 20 on my performance check for 25.
you come in and dominate the dance floor. It's like you were born for this place. Right in the center of the place is this it's kind of like a parquet floor, but there's like a face of the forest worked into it, and you get out there and oh man, you just cut loose, and you get a round of applause from the pixies. They are impressed. Good stuff.
I hop on a table, I start twerking, I find a pole, and I go full little Nas X. It's just going down.
Hey, the sprites appreciate it. Anyone else care to show off?
King of the two-step blurg is going to just blur and then pamphlet. Yes. And and he actually takes out like out of his he's got like a small backpack with him, and he has this large realizing he should have done this earlier, this large like smock, and on the front of it says, "Ask me about the Brotherhood of Redemption," front to back, and then 2 steps around.
Oh, we got sandwich board guy in here now.
Yep.
So, I may have said parkour floor. I meant to say parquet, but actually it is a little bit more parkour. There's definitely stuff in here so that people can, with wings, really dance it up and fling off stuff. It's very much a 3-dimensional dance in here. And the party vibe, man, it's hard to tell how long they've been partying, but some of them do look a little worse for the wear. But kind of watching it all from the top back is one sprite that's a little bit bigger than the other ones. And he actually kind of looks like an adventurer. He's geared up with adventurer's garb, and he's chomping on a big old cigar, and he's actually got a little bit of a belly to him. And his voice is real deep. And he tells a story, and a bunch of the sprites around him all kind of laugh and stuff. And he sees you all, and he kind of motions to you like he's holding court in here. And he flutters down to the floor. So what brings you to the Nightcaller?
I will moonwalk into his general direction, and I don't remember what we're here for.
We're looking for Walking Tower.
Walking Tower.
The Walking Tower. Well, why are you looking for it? And what's it worth to you?
Big bad guy, evil gnome, took our eggs and is hiding them in the Walking Tower. We're going to get them back.
That's no good. Well,
have you seen his devil cat?
Devil cat?
Yes. Present the devil cat.
I Will Smith meme.
So somebody holds up the Hellwood. Oh. And when you do that, all the you brought that into the Nightcaller?
Are we not supposed to?
Your bouncers didn't say anything.
I will speak to them afterwards. He kind of crushes the scar out against his hand and puts it into his vest. Cracks his knuckles.
Can I steal his cigar? I'm sorry. this is who I am as a person.
Now his cigar, he's kind of floating away from you. You're not within arm's reach, but you look around and there are a lot of easy marks in here. There are people who've been drinking for a while, and they're all talkative, and they're all kind of looking at the new people who've come in. So you could definitely hit up one of the tables.
Yeah, I'm about to steal some cigars.
All right, quick side quest here. The third table beckons you over, and they're like, "Hey, what brings you here?" They're chatting you up. Give me your best sleight of hand.
28.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna roll. I don't have their passive here. I'm gonna do this at disadvantage. They've been drinking a long time here.
Yeah, and I'm continuing my dance performance, and I'm twerking like it's never been invented. I just invented twerking in this universe.
All right. You lift a good berry from one of them.
Oh dang! All right, I'll take it.
You want to keep pressing your luck and working the tables?
Yeah, I'm looking specifically for a cigar now.
Okay. We'll do the next table, and then we'll get back to business here.
Got you. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Do not be
19.
Yeah, still way below. They're also touchy-feely and stuff. And on this one, you lift it's a little piece of paper that is waxed and folded shut, and inside it is a little pellet that is hard to the touch, and it's marble-sized, and you're not quite sure what to make of it, but it seems magical.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Okay.
Just find ecstasy or something?
We about to really get this party lit?
And some of the pixies and sprites, they're doing pixie dust and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a
Very wild.
Look, rules are rules. I just can't.
That film is telling me to swallow it, and I want to give him that because I so desperately want him to be shaved as well. So,
do you?
You know what? For you, Matt, you're sacrificing your hair. I'm sacrificing my character. Down the gullet it goes. Down the gullet it goes. You never want your DM to go, do you, and then see him look at multiple screens.
Yep.
So it passes your lips, and immediately you're like, "Oh no, that wasn't good."
No.
And your stomach gets 2 or 3 times the normal size, and you just feel like you are going to vomit. And when you do, a geyser of water shoots out of your mouth, kind of like a geyser from an endless decanter of water, and you blow the 2 sprites that were floating near the doorway right out past the dragon thing.
Oh.
And the guys that you lifted it from at the table come over and start slapping you on the back. That's okay, buddy. Just let it out. Let it out.
He's crying at this point. I don't know.
You, sir, just ingested a used pellet of dust of dryness.
That's all for you, Matt. Remember this when you're shaved. Stabs is just puking water and crying and puking water.
Somebody needs to clip that entire sequence.
And when you think you're done, there's a little bit more. But they bring you over to the edge and just kind of tap you out, and you're sitting on the edge there dealing with that. And
Snugs is gonna come over and just gently pat Stabs on the back, like, it's gonna be okay, bud.
It's never over. This is the worst.
It's gonna be okay. I'm sorry.
Forever Snugs.
I walk over to Score, and I was like, I think this is what I heard about this. This is what they call the college years.
Score missed nothing hiding from these things.
The flying larger than normal sprite. Look, I was going to challenge you guys to a drinking contest. That's normally what we do when we get new people in here, but that was just too damn entertaining, and I don't think he's up to drinking anything. So, tell you what.
I can't hold liquids.
Before we all throw up, I'm just going to tell you where the walking tower is and send you on your way. Was there anything else you needed? It's going to take a while to clean up here.
Make a bucket.
Just keep it pointed outside. Outside, please.
Okay, I think we're good. I'm not good.
Locked and loaded.
And you guys promise you're not coming back later today, right?
Oh, no, we're good. Thank you.
I was actually
Okay.
considering it.
I would like you to leave.
My stomach hurts.
Okay, so which way to Walking Tower? Maybe write it down and we can reference it on our way.
Yeah, he brings you over to one of the tables and pulls out a leaf and writes, you are here. And he's like, look, this is too confusing. You guys don't know. Flower stems from the back of your scales. Okay, I got somebody who can bring you there.
Oh,
Just step outside and we'll deal with it.
Oh, excellent.
Never come back.
Yes.
Man, I didn't know we
I
could
never come back.
resolve our problems simply by throwing up. That's
There's
just-
always a plan B, So when they show you out gently, you guys revert to your normal size, and for a minute or so, you're finding your feet are actually hovering about an inch off the ground until you gently become one with the earth again.
Simon! Just gonna get her mouse back.
The record, I left 60 flyers.
Okay, awesome.
Hey, just this is good for my stomach.
About 40 of them are probably covered in stabs juice, but
They're appreciative. They're using it to clean up some of the mess in there. It could have been worse. You didn't get to serious drinking. It was really just kind of putting the worst of it out there.
I invented mops, is what you're trying to tell me. I got
Or like the Kobold Swiffer picker-upper.
Yep.
So outside, the Kobolds manning Cadmus, the war machine, they've topped off its fuel tank, and they're loading up some pixie dust in there. They're doing a little side hustle transition with some of the sprites, and you can see they've acquired a couple pouches of pixie dust in case we need it later. Sprout relights his cigar and waves, hope I never have to see you again. And stepping out of the tree is a small dryad-looking creature composed of acorns and oak leaves. Hold my hand.
Man, you look awesome.
Thanks, it's my season.
Slowly and tentatively reach out a claw towards her, or it, or she, they, when they ask to hold their hand.
Warning, travel has been known to cause vomiting. And she steps into the tree with
Already
you.
covered.
And you step out of another tree. If I could just get a DC 10 con save from everyone.
Grab look before we go in, and we're all gonna.
Disadvantage for anyone who threw up.
anyone who says. Oh boy, that's oh man.
I rolled a 3.
We're rocking an 8
right.
In total.
I'm gonna burn my inspiration on that one because that's terrible. Oh my god, it's still bad.
You know what? I'm gonna burn my inspiration on that as well.
I will risk my 13. I don't think I'll
and
roll.
it's not any better. It's a 5. So
For everyone who failed, when you throw up, you actually end up throwing up some acorns, even though you don't remember eating any.
like whole acorns, like it hurts the whole time it comes up.
Well, without the cap, just the nut part.
I'm pretty sure Stabs pukes on Snugs, and that is what like sends Snugs over the edge. Like she's been trying so hard to be like the sober friend this entire time. I just can't do it anymore.
Max, I'm so sorry.
I know. Really glad to know that I'm not the contact thrower upper person. I've learned a lot about myself in this journey, you know?
We have arrived. I have discharged my duty. And you realize that
Thank
she
you.
transported you without Cadmus, and she steps back into the tree, striding away. But true to their word, you are nearby what was once a walking tower. It's a little bit swampier here and equally as dark because the canopy is still solid overhead. But the walking tower appears to have been at least temporarily immobilized and is like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, canted to the side a tiny bit. It's actually unnaturally tall. The top part is kind of disappearing into the darkness in the canopy overhead. But downstairs at the ground level, the drawbridge or part of its wall is open, and you can see smoke coming out of some of the lower windows down there. And you do hear, tick-tock mechanical type sounds emanating from the inside. Tech crew, if you haven't already, we would be looking at Battle Map 3, and for the audio, Mechanical Dungeon.
What should be our plan? Do we want to sneak in? Fight our way in? Pretend to be salesmen? Or pamphleteers?
Pretty good at
Probably
any
do
of
a
those things.
combination. I'm good at a couple of those things.
I'll probably go.
The jury's out on my salesmanship. I don't really know. I haven't really recruited anyone successfully in the last several hours. But yeah, we could probably
We could pretend that Stabs needs urgent medical attention.
Oh, that's great.
Full of vomiting, and ask them if we could use your phone.
Yeah, I don't think it's pretend anymore. I'm so good.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm going to be ready for us, so I don't know.
Yeah, especially since we're all kobolds. So
We have either a guide or a hostage.
Look at the cat.
Well, that's a good point.
Whisper,
That's a good
where do
point.
we go? Where do we go? Show us the way.
It just licks itself, like you're not even talking to it.
Yes.
Clutch it back in the one arm.
Or
It gestures with its other paw towards the tower.
We know that. We're here.
We should sneak.
You did good.
it's just that I'm not very sneaky.
Yeah, you clank a lot.
Maybe
It's because the armor doesn't fit right, I think.
Oh yeah, we need like not tailor. I guess a blacksmith. Anyway, we could probably talk about that later. Yeah, I'm up for going through the front door, pretending to get, to be sick, or maybe we all pretend to be sick.
They never expect that.
Right. Because it's like one of those things, right? You're committing to one thing versus like dividing and like having a diversion and doing something else.
Stabs has started walking forward. Like he's just going.
Okay.
And he's using like his rapier as like a cane because
always have a plan.
he's got nothing inside anymore.
As you get a little bit closer, you see that the front door is actually kind of like burst in. And actually, Tech Crew, when you get a chance, if you could put a Battle Map 3, the castle-looking one, slide 5 on the deck.
Oh,
But,
also, I use my advantage. So.
Are you doing deception?
Yes.
Doing deception.
We are pretending he is sick and needs urgent medical care. That's what we went with, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
but don't say the
sounds like
pretending part too loud.
Okay.
If that doesn't work, we give them pamphlets. It was all a ruse to get in to give them
Right.
pamphlets.
Exactly.
I'm actually still wearing the sandwich board.
Have you heard about the Redeemer?
Heard about the Brotherhood of Redemption.
Yes.
Okay, so you approach as a group the front door with your hobbling, ailing companion. Inside the entrance, there are a pair of junked out, destroyed clockwork soldiers. It looks like they have been Swiss cheesed. They got a bunch of holes punched through them.
How recently do I think that occurred?
Given that within the last hour, maybe the last 20 minutes, you can still see the viscous fluid leaking out of them like it had back at the battle. And it's starting to congeal.
A poke one. I think these guys may have gotten in trouble. But I don't know if whatever got in trouble is gonna like us too.
Do you think the Swobolds got here first?
The Swobold's coming here?
Maybe.
Maybe.
But
They took a dragon. Maybe dragon killed them. Dragons kill everything.
But they have holes. Not like fire or acid.
Dragon kills much better.
Guys have teeth.
But you recognize the holes here. It looks like ball bearings have punched through. Like sling ammo.
Like my gun.
Or yeah, like one of the metal slugs that the gift was throwing.
Even gift?
Exactly. Multiple times.
They're upset. These regiftings are really harsh. In we go. I want to see Big Hippopotamus Man.
I guess we don't need to pretend to be sick, huh?
Yeah, once you get to the entrance and kind of look in, you realize there's nobody to actually. It's a masterful performance. I mean, I'm convinced that you're sick. But the double doors are kind of broken in, and there's 10 or 15 feet or so, and then some more doors that are also staved in, and then it goes down, and inside is all softly lit in like a dim light. You're not quite sure where the illumination is coming from. Very weird. And you definitely can smell oil and petrol and lubricants. It's all in the air. You're definitely in the walking tower. And the faint tick-tock is all you can hear in the background. But every now and then it misses. It hitches, and it tick, 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 tick really quick, and then it stops, and you hear the grinding of gears. But after you've, like if we were to look at Battle Map 3, the center of the tower, when you guys are at the top of the stairs looking in, there's ball bearings all over the floor. Just, like multiple squares full of ball bearings.
Hey, Stabs, do you want these? You don't have to steal any these, right? Because they're just there.
Yeah, I'll take them.
See, I was just really curious. I was wondering because, like, if the allure would because there's not like that adrenaline, you know.
Feel free to place yourself on the map there. And then if I could get an initiative roll from you all.
Oh, snap. That was fast. Oh, man. That's great.
Yeah, now we're cooking with gas.
Initiative waits for no kobold. Snugs?
Got a solid 8.
Ooh, Blurg.
Natural 1 for a strong 5.
Bringing it. Quick.
Right? Busy with ball bearings.
19.
Ooh, score.
15.
Stabs.
20.
Professor Stabs. 23.
Professor Stabs slaps.
Slaps. PSS, if you will.
Now that I've vacated my body of waste, all there is preparedness. I am ready. This is it.
Suddenly he's a monk.
1 note.
2 months.
Flurry
Ironic.
of bardic inspiration.
This is ironic because the score is Drunken Master Monk.
Just doing my initiative here. I'll be with you in 1 moment.
Worries.
Honestly, I love playing Paladin Monks just for the stunning smite. Oh, it feels so good.
Gross and beautiful and amazing.
Take all this extra damage and then do nothing about it.
Yeah, right. Allow me to retort. No.
So Scabs, you're picking up some of the ball bearings and stuff.
I'm imagining he's being handed the ball bearings, and he's like just putting them in his pouch so that when he pulls out his blicky, he's ready to go.
Who's doing the picking up and
picking up ball bearings?
Probably Snugs, honestly.
Okay.
Snugs is very helpful.
You kneel down to pick them up because it's not the easiest thing in the world to get a good handful. And so you kneel down, and as you do that, all the ball bearings from around start rushing over and form up, and it starts at the bottom, and they start stacking up, and there appears like a creature made of ball bearings right behind you. And intruder, and proceeds to try to attack the hell out of you by slamming ball bearings into you.
Oh no.
Does a 13 hit you?
Does it hit me?
Yeah.
And no, it smacks off of my scale mail.
Okay, and ball bearings kind of do a little bit more scattering in the room. 21, does that hit you?
Yeah, that'll hit me.
Okay, just using
I would
average
have to use my
here.
blood curse of the eyeless to reduce that, please.
Is that a reaction?
That is. Reduce that by 5.
Okay, so 8 bludgeoning damage as you feel.
Well, not the damage, the hit.
Oh, 21 minus.
So that's what, 16?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Does that hit you?
16 does not. Thank you.
Boom.
Slow down a tiny bit as the blood curse affects the lubrication of the ball bearings. Let's see.
That's a sentence.
Yeah. So Stabs, we're up then. Top of the round.
All right, it's time for Stabs to stab. So Stabs is gonna stab. I'm gonna roll my rapier of warning to hit. That is a 20 total to hit.
Yes, that will hit it. I don't have anything like
Oh, that was
Okay.
way too long of a.
I know. I got scared. Like, bro.
I got my creature cheat sheet here. I'm just making sure. All right.
You're good. So for that first bit of damage, that's gonna be 7, and I'm going to pop one of my bardic inspirations to do more damage. And it's a defensive flourish, so it's gonna whatever I roll is added to my AC. And I rolled a 1. That's fantastic. I love that for me. So that's 8 damage on the first one, and my AC is now an impressive 17. And I'm going to stab him again. And that's gonna be a 20 again to hit.
Okay.
So let's roll damage. And I rolled 1 for damage again, so that's 5 total. So I've done 13 total damage, killing it. And then on my bonus action, I'm going to attack one more again. And let's see, that is going to be a 23 to hit. Okay, we found other numbers. And for the damage, that's an additional 7.
Total? Okay.
Just stab. And then he's just gonna look up at it and realize that he's in front of this giant ball bearing machine, and I rolled a 1 for that defensive flourish. So it's more of a defensive, please don't hit me. But, that's my turn.
By the way, did you have advantage on any of those?
Oh no!
Tactics, my dude.
I should have. Let me roll 3d20s real quick. See if any of them are 20. That's a 4. So guess what? Guess what, kids? That's not 20. That's a 13. Also not 20. And then we have a 6 because D&D Beyond hates my guts. That's okay. None of those are 20s. Moving on.
Okay, so that was Stabs. Quip.
Yes.
What you see come shambling down the stairs can only be described as a clockwork abomination. It looks like a hideous fusion of infernal demon and clockwork machinery, powered by, pure hatred. And it looks like it's taken a couple of shots from the ball bearings. One of its arms has the ball bearings holes sticking through it, and its head scans around and seems to have locked on you all.
Sounds bad. Is the one that rose up behind us dispatched?
Nope, it is still there. It's got a number of hit points, and it's made of ball bearings. So
I'll whistle the others and point to the thing coming down, just in case they haven't seen it. But I work better in packs, like most kobolds, and I'd like to scuttle over and hit the one that stabs with stabbing, and also stab. If I can. Am I able to reach that far?
yeah, I mean, looking at the map and stuff, yeah, you can definitely.
Right. Sword comes out. Sword goes in.
Ball bearings.
Oh, even with advantage of this pack tactics, that becomes a 12.
That is insufficient. It's you actually kind of stab it, but the ball bearings just kind of move and don't let the blade hit it.
All right, I'm gonna stab with the other sword then, as a bonus action, and that one will be a nat 20.
Ooh. Nice.
And a 1, if that matters. I got both ends of the spectrum.
Oh man, what's that feel like?
I'm just making sure it doesn't have any wonky. No, crits work on it fine.
All right, so that is 18 points of damage plus the crit of math 12 plus another 16, so that's 34.
And is that a magical weapon of any type?
Hell no.
Okay.
It's magical in my dreams.
Yes, does not have the full effect on it, but
all slippery.
Actually, overhead in the walking tower, you like an intercom clicking on. We interrupt this for a special announcement. A huge thank you to Emily for a generous donation in the amount of $500. And also to Shannon of Paradise, who donated inspiration to Duval.
Yay! Love you!
This concludes the
the
announcement.
crap out of me with how you did that.
And then the squawking stops, and the bearing golem does not look pleased. It
He did it. And I'll point at stabs.
So yeah, not full damage on that due to innate resistance. Continuing on, so we were at Quip. We are now at Skewer, and then it'll be me with the other NPC.
All right. I tuck Elwood into my pouch on my back. Be safe. And I just launch myself towards the ball bearing golem, just trying to rake ball bearings, away from its form. Just trying to slash out as much as I can.
Do your worst.
Yeah, 12, which we know.
Not enough.
And nat 1.
It's like it's flowing water almost. It moves as your fists come in. It's impressive for a non-monk.
I'm going to go ahead and
inspiration.
I do have inspiration. Yes, make it count.
Think about those eggs.
My eggs. 17.
17 will do it.
Yes.
Can you do anything funky to it when you hit?
I can do 5
blows?
damage.
5 magical damage?
Yeah, at level 6 we get our right.
Yep. All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we'll also knock that fury of blows.
Okay, bring it.
16.
16's the magic number. Natural armor. Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
So when you hit it, the force transfers through it. On the backside, a scattering of ball bearings go flying into the room.
So 7 damage on that fury.
Nice.
But that was an advantage too.
I mean, I think everyone's pretty much within 5 feet of each other when attacking this thing.
Yeah, I was thinking so too.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right, my turn. The Clockwork Abomination is saying something in Infernal that does not sound pleasant. No, I can translate it for you later if you'd like.
Whispering to the guy, "What's he saying? What's it saying?"
No, no!
On the map that I've highlighted here, who is
No
that?
shirts, no shoes, no service.
Oh my god.
Would you?
That kobold right there?
On the bottom left.
Yeah.
That slapped. Sorry, I was talking and I was muted the whole time.
Oh no! Silence. That is what's being attacked by the Clockwork Abomination.
Well, good luck hitting my 17 AC. I'm so pissed.
Snugs might be able to do something about that if it's needed.
You see its chest heat up, and all of the lines on its armor and stuff as infernal energy kind of emanates from inside of it, and then exhales out through its mouth, and it is breathing infernal fire over
As the
20-foot
fire
cone.
comes,
It pretty much everyone there.
as the fire comes, Staff just yells, "I woke up the abyss!"
Whoa! I need a DC 14 Dex save from everyone. If you fail, it is 20 fire damage or 10 on a success.
Oh, I'm hearing inspiration being used on this roll.
If you got it, roll with it.
Oh yeah.
I succeeded with a 25 on my 25 on my Dex check.
26.
So that'll be a 4.
Oh no!
Spent.
For the second time today, Snugs' face is just covered in soot.
A precursor.
What was the damage? 20, you said?
20 or 10, yes.
But this time, is there another sandwich to be toasted? It's the question.
There's no sandwich even. I can't even eat my feelings.
How about
is
your
its,
emergency snack?
We have
Hey,
that
you're right.
mouse. Yes.
That mouse is like so dead.
And then all of the lines of that you could see where the power was on the inside, it goes dim, and you can see that it's trying to recharge for another one. All right, so that was it. Snugs, you are up.
Well-timed cat noise.
It's Hellwood inside the backpack. Thank you.
Ow is what she's how owie is everybody else. I think their Snez little D&D Beyond overlay is kind of laggy.
I'm down the 10.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, now is the time to pop the big heels. We're going to upcast a healing word to 2nd level as a bonus action. And this might actually be a DM question, but so I have Voice of Authority, which means that if I cast a spell with a spell slot of 1st level or higher and target an ally, they can use their reaction to make a weapon attack. Is that for a spell that targets multiple allies? Is that going to be multiple reactions?
I think as long as the spell is above 1st level, you can do it.
As long as they have their reactions.
Maybe not normally, but in the place you're in now, it is normally a place of order. You're inside the walking tower, and it really syncs with you. The motion of the gears, the tick tock, and you feel that if you were to do that, everybody could benefit.
Excellent. So, actually, in that case, then I might do a mass healing word and be really fancy, because that is up to 6 people gaining both the heal and the reaction. And so I think that will be the move. So we'll spend that.
Legitimate.
We're a big fan of that. I'm working out how to work D&D Beyond. Hang on. Go away. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't know if it rolled. Did it roll? Those seem to have rolls. I will roll it manually because it will be a 1d4 plus 2. So go ahead and give yourselves all 5 hit points and a fun and fancy reaction.
Yep.
And that is going to be for myself as well.
And when you use your reaction to get the extra healing, little like spectral gears kind of form around your head for a moment for that round and then fade away.
Oh, that's
as you feel your structure being rebuilt.
And since that is a bonus action with my action, I'm within 5 feet of the thing that just breathed fire at me, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Bad touch. And I'm gonna try and bonk it with my mace. Not gonna try. I'm not gonna bonk it very effectively with my mace.
Advantage?
Oh, advantage tactics. So that was a 4 and a 2 on the die. I'm a healer, not a fighter. And it is important to note that I am not spending my reaction because I have other things I can use my reaction, but other folks can spend their reactions as they would like.
I would love to spend my reaction.
Please spend your reaction.
Yes. Because I will whip out my rapier and join the staff party for advantage 20.
Stab.
Dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's super. There we go. That's 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay. And that's on the abomination.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Sounds good. And then if you're done, Snugs, Blur's turn. Blur.
Yeah. So they're finishing taking the abomination to task. I will kind of prick my finger on the end, and it lights up with radiant energy, and that causes me to take 4 points of damage. I went to the the Blood Alliance too deep because I use my Crimson Right at the dawn, and I will stabby step twice. Actually, this time I'm going to go ahead and do the ball bearings this time.
Hurts so good. Okay.
Hurts so good. That's a 19 to hit on the first one. Second one's a not 18, so 20-ish on both.
Fail hit.
Cool. So let's see. So this time, 8 plus. So 16 points of piercing damage and 3 radiant. Between the both.
It is not looking. It's got little gaps in its makeup as ball bearings have been knocked out of it. That is the bottom of the PC round. Top of the round.
Hold on. I got a bonusy thing that I want to
So many actions.
So many things. And I will. I wonder what you would look like with more bubbly. And I'll go ahead and use my Blood Crystal Bloated Agony on the ball-bearing monstrosity as well. So disadvantage, strength and dexterity ability checks, 1d8 necrotic damage if it makes more than 1 melee or ranged attack during its turn.
Okay. Now the ball-bearing golem will go top of the round, and it puts its arms up, and the ball bearings rotate around where its hands would be, but instead, and it swings by all the kobolds, but then focuses on the clockwork abomination, and it just steel shot flies out of its fingers into the clockwork abomination. Both of them hitting, but in the process, the blood curse thing that you put on it kills it because it takes enough damage to.
He killed the wrong one.
To incorporate. And now ball bearings are all over the floor.
Oh boy.
Oh, don't back up.
Stabs, you're up.
Once again.
Okay.
Oh, it's not bubbly at all.
The barbarian golem thingamajig has been dealt with, right?
Oh, yeah.
So there's just this thing in front of me that I see. So
Right, and it's pretty beat up. It's got, steel shot holes through it, and the other damage was done to it with melee. So it's been scrapping around inside here.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab it. Okay. So first attack is it's a dirty 20 again. Okay.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, let's just do the second attack.
Okay.
Which is a 16, and then my third and final attack is a 19 because God hates me. All
Its
right,
natural armor is not up to your offense. Clang, clang, clang.
All right, I am going to do damage now. So that's 7 plus 6, so 13, and then finally here 10. So 23 damage.
And that's non-magical, right?
Both my weapons are magic weapons.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I've got a rapier, a warning, and a moon touch rapier.
It is looking
It still
extremely bad, and
oh, and one last thing. I'm sorry. I'm gonna use a defensive flourish again, which is gonna add to the damage, and to my AC.
okay.
So that's gonna add 8 whole damage to it and 8 to my AC. So we are back to 24 AC, baby.
Okay. The 8 extra damage is enough to actually finish it, and unfortunately, you pierced its internal power source, and the battery explodes. Everybody within 10 feet needs to make a DC 14 dexterity saving throw. If you fail, 14 fire damage, or 7 on a success.
You know what? I've earned this.
21.
17. 17. So
7 fire.
even when I win,
I just
baby,
got those
I
points.
lose.
Just can't get ahead.
15. Is that? I don't. That's
enough.
DC.
It's a 14.
That's not okay. Okay. Whew. All right. Just 7.
Boom! Once again, the soot snut kobolds are back in action.
Is
I think
anyone
I
down
didn't kill
for
the
that?
right one. I think I did kill
The eyeballs.
No, I'm good.
We're gonna need bath again after this.
Definitely.
Like, oh, I think I did kill the right one. Yeah, seems like covered in soot.
Yep.
Okay.
If we pray for a while, I can make this a little better.
Okay.
Run to pray or say thanks.
You can do whatever you want, but I should probably pray.
So
Strength.
you do-
That's
That's not how
feeling.
kobolds work. Kobolds work in packs.
Okay, you can pray.
Look, all I know is that I need to stab, and when he says stab, you see some of his wounds close because that's his healing word.
Hey.
Oh, magical.
So, Tech Crew, if you could put up the battle map 4, scene setter 4, the Kobold War Machine, and what you guys hear outside is Cadmus, like louder and like throatier than before, like a real diesel dragon, just rum, rum, rum. And you hear the voices. Come on, they're getting away, And
no time for prayer.
You can hear Cadmus outside, just rum, 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 rum.
Dang, looking forward to prayer.
Maybe you can pray on the ride.
Time to pray when you're a dragon. Come on.
P-R-E-Y or A-Y?
Keep running. I can start running.
So Cadmus is in all its glory right now, and it seems particularly dragon-esque right now, possibly like the kobolds fed it some pixie dust to supercharge it a bit, and they're like, climb on, it's getting away, and they point, and a couple hundred feet away, you see the bottom gondola of like an airship that is trying to get altitude, and below it is like a bronze gear type thing slung from underneath it, and it must be heavy because it's having a real hard time climbing. But you guys scramble aboard the battle wagon, and let's see here. Tech guys, if you could click on the audio car chase, and the kobolds are
Is it yakety sax?
hang on to your lunch. And they put it into
I am
10
not
that
being so
they downshift.
upset.
I'm very Fury Road right now. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they put their goggles down and they're baring their teeth and they gun it. And the chase is on. So the sky ship is like 200, 300 feet ahead, low going, and it's slowly gaining altitude. And while the Kobold battle wagon is normally a sedate 25, by feeding it the pixie dust, these guys have really upped its speed, so it's in contention here, and it's rolling forward. So you guys have a little bit of time to, as it's closing the gap and stuff. Are there anything you'd like to do for a round here before we get back into a kind of initiative?
So
I'm.
Yeah, you want to go first?
Go ahead.
Go for it.
No, go for it.
Who has the balloon packs? Because I took one.
Probably the person with the bag of holding has one at least.
Right. Do you have one too?
I'll have one.
I have flying boots.
I thought I took one.
I can fall.
If it can be stabbed and blurred.
Yeah.
Sure.
I was eyeing that magic missile gauntlet, actually.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we could. I think we can. If I look at how this works, I think we could start to float up. I've always wanted to do that. So maybe we do that, and I can start shooting at it and try to slow it down.
So
Yeah.
there is an airship in front of us that we're catching up to, right?
Yes, slowly but surely you're closing the gap. But when you get into like the 120-foot range, they realize that that's the engagement distance for a lot of ranged things, and start actively resisting. Everyone want to roll initiative again, or are we good with the last one?
Before
Just
we-
reuse it.
While we're establishing packs, Snugs would like to upcast heroism on some folks.
Okay.
Because the idea of a bunch of heroic kobolds makes me so happy. So that will get you to, with their temp, you get 2 temp hit points, and you're immune to being frightened. So,
And that's every round they get the 2 hit points, right?
correct, at the start of each of your turns.
Nice.
So I can do this to up to 3 of us. Who would like it?
I will give you this, and you can do with it what you will. You take the average person and you give them heroes, and they go off and do heroic things. You give sociopathic stabbing, noble heroism. I can't be held responsible.
It's Professor Stab.
Sounds like it.
Professor Stab Slap.
That sounds like an invitation, not a negative, if anything. So let's see. I mean, we've got.
I'm already planning to go all shiny and chrome on this thing. So.
Yeah, I'm thinking our more melee focused people. So I think that'll be quip, stabs, and score. I'm not super familiar with how blood hunters work. Is that good with you, Blair?
Yeah, totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Then let's do that. Y'all have heroism. You feel great. You have the might of dragons flowing through your veins.
So while we have that round, Blurred,
Yo.
you have the balloon contraption, right?
I do.
If I use my power of the rogue to use an object to put a rope onto an arrow, can you shoot the thing and then balloon up and then kind of wheel yourself, or have someone else wheel themselves in?
Quip, you're a genius. Absolutely.
Let's do that. That sounds insane, which sounds really good right now.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay, so want to reroll initiative or use the last time?
I would love to reroll.
All right.
I rolled super low.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that is much better.
Okay.
Is it though?
I'll say
Stab. Stab for initiative.
Can I? No, I already. Can I use my advantage on this?
Quip.
12, please.
Score.
7.
Whoa, Snugs.
Snugs is also an 11, but I have a much lower modifier than stabs. So.
Okay, and finally Blurred.
That would be a Fury 20.
Oh, let me just place these in order here.
I've used the balloon pack during that round.
Okay, and I think what you're choosing the levitate option, probably.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm freaking.
All right, so got the bad guys going at 15 and 10 in the initiative here. Okay, Blurred, you're up.
Cool. So, let's see. So, levitate will have
Got on.
Yep. So yeah. So just Kobold, Black Kobold Bloodhunter, just up in the air, rope tied together to an arrow, and as I begin to rise, it looks like it's up to 20. It isn't a lot.
You're kind of like a kite sailing above.
Right.
Now, are you trying to shoot another arrow up to the gondola, the airship?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a 2-hit. AC 13.
Yeah, I think I'll just fine. Okay, 22 to hit.
Yep, it chunks in, and you've got a rope. The grid here, we'll just say that's kind of like 100-foot distance or so between the two. And you have secured it, and you're pretty confident that it's in there.
Okay. All right, Quip, you're up for that one, and I'm going to use my second attack. What enemies do I see?
So on the back bow, there is a giant ballista which has been spun around pointed at you guys.
Oh no, you don't like that.
And there are clockwork soldiers back there as well.
Yeah, I'll say for. So second attack would be that clockwork guy.
Okay. Quick to hit.
Awesome, but that's still a 19 to hit.
Okay. You hit him, and he actually goes tumbling over the edge and is rolling between you and the battle wagon. And the battle wagon just runs right over it. And there's just
I'm sorry!
Clockwork debris all behind you. And the kobold's driving it cheer, and it lets out. It seems very happy with the outcome of that. Now on the 15 initiative here, there is a short little fellow on the back who's all dressed in black leather. He definitely looks like an evil little gnome. He's got a well-kept beard, and he points a bone wand back towards your way, and he zaps the battle wagon with some type of eldritch blast. It lances out 3 or 4 times, hitting the battle wagon, and then he holds up his other hand and he snaps his fingers, and suddenly you go from chasing in behind him in the reaching woods to a hellscape landscape surrounded. You see you're on a road, and there's just like bones sticking up out of the desert and stuff, and there are other vehicles racing around you, all made out of bone and sinew, and it is just a hell landscape. Quip, you're up.
He teleported us to Waterdeep. I'm going to run and jump to catch the rope that is between Blurred and the airship, and I'd like to start wrapping my little legs over top of it and hand over handing as fast as my little roguey body can go.
So you start pulling in the rope, and the end of it is severed. Whatever he did to you guys.
Poorly for me.
Yeah, so now you're kind of like the rope loops itself around the snout, so you're kind of hanging down by the side of the.
Oh no!
All right.
You're still holding on.
The worst water skiing situation ever.
I did not work out.
Sorry.
Is there any other actions I can take, or like pull myself up?
So you're hanging there by the side, and there is like this little dune buggy type one with a couple of demon-looking guys driving it, and they're looking to be on an intercept course. They're coming over quick your way. You could jump down on them if you want.
I really want to do that. Or would that be acrobatics check or automatic for my kobold awesomeness?
Let's say I do automatic. Yeah.
Okay, I flip down and land on top of you. Surprise! I hiss in Draconic.
They shot something back in Infernal, and
you too.
Yeah. Now it does look like they've got some stuff on their dashboard there. You could probably grab something from that as like a bonus action if you want.
Heck yeah!
All right.
Now.
Yeah, it's like a little human bobblehead.
All right, put it in the bag.
But it's actually made out of skull.
Oh.
Are you done with actions, or do you have any moves left? You want to?
I don't know. My plan was to go hand over with the other ship. I'm not even hurt.
You could do an acrobatics to jump back onto the battle wagon.
Sure.
14.
Ow. Let me go see what my acrobatics is. 25 total.
Yeah, you make it look easy. So you're back on, and they look confused and pissed off because you just stole their lucky charm.
I hold the bobblehead up in victory for the rest of my fellow kobolds.
Stabs, I believe you're up.
All right, so with this balloon device, I can float over to the thing that needs to be stabbing, correct?
Well, if you weren't in a hellscape right now, when he hit the battle wagon, he used some type of ability to temporarily put you through hell for a period of time. So the reaching woods are no longer around you. It's a hellish desert landscape filled with other bone dune buggies. It's really weird.
If one were to attempt to dispel me, would that put us back in the running?
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You shut down the battle wagon? I'm just saying. You can give it a shot?
So I pull out an ink. I have about an ounce of ink, and it's silver, and I shake it up real nice, and I just pour it all over my face, and I yell at Snug, witness me, tiny and grown, and dispel magic. And we're gonna see.
So like, he's gonna hold up a javelin, like, yeah!
That's how it is!
I believe Dispel Magic is based on the spell level, so give me a d20. Roll.
Okay, let's leave it into the hands of the RNG god. I rolled an 11 if we're adding my spell casting modifier and my proficiency.
That still wouldn't be enough. You see that the hellish landscape is still there, but up ahead there is kind of like an exit point that it looks like you're driving towards.
Can I use this Kool-Aid?
Mediocre.
Can I use this Kool-Aid thing? Whatever this is.
The what thing?
That again. The Kool-Aid that's over the overlay.
Oh, the inspiration? Yeah.
Can I use that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's try that one more time.
Dragon's Kool-Aid.
Alright. Let's try this one more time. You know what? Let's
not meant to be, huh?
That sounds like
yeah, that's I rolled a 3.
Oh,
okay. Just not enough. You don't have the juice. He's a little too strong. Snugs, are you up? Stabs, are you
yes,
done?
I am. I'm doing
With my bonus action, I'm sorry, I'm going to inspire me. And it's just you see Stabs taking a step back, like, you can do this, you're important, people like you.
Stabs, you're good enough, you're strong enough.
And God darn it, people like you. All right, you are gonna do this, Shiny and Crow. Stugs will witness me. Like, that is just that. So you can keep going.
Pumping yourself up. All right. Snugs, you're up.
How close are we to the wagon at this point? You said we were, or the airship. You said we were gaining.
Well, you don't have a clear line of sight on it now because it's still in the reaching woods, and you're back in the Hellscape.
Oh, gotcha. We're just gonna keep it casual. We're just going to Sacred Flame the gentlemen that are coming on this little side buggy that had their bobblehead stolen.
They do not appreciate that. What is the DC?
Dex save 13.
They actually make it. 16. So, yeah, you try to, and it just fizzles. Can't quite congeal around them. They give you a very rude gesture, which translates, even though they're giving it an infernal. It comes across quite clear.
Excuse you. And then I have a bonus action healing word, because I know some folks are still messed up, but if not, I am still messed up. So who would like healing? And if nobody, I have 19 hit points.
Go ahead and treat yourself.
All right. I'm gonna treat myself. I kind of need it. So 2d4
You go
plus
down.
2.
Don't worry.
We all go down. Yeah.
Okay. And then moving on, Score, I believe you're at the bottom.
For our friends in the Dune Buggy, are they spoked wheels?
Definitely, yeah. They're very bad.
All right. I have a pole collapsing. And I'm going to attempt to send that vehicle flipping.
Yeah, you are.
Just a simple attack roll, AC 13, unlike the gondola ship.
25.
More. Yeah, just like in the movies, it stops moving at the point of the wheel, and they go flying, and it flips. It is compliments to the kobolds. Victory. And yeah, there's bone and devil everywhere. Top around Blur, you're up, and then you can see ahead that the hellscape is coming to an end. As the vehicle has, just after your initiative, it'll be popping back into the other realm.
But I still can't see anything in the air, right?
Correct. It's kind of a cloudy portal up ahead, but you see that the road is nearly over.
Okay. But I can see our beloved prince.
Well, you know the airship's up ahead, but you're still in the hellscape.
Okay, I thought he was. Okay, never mind. So in that case, is there any clockwork automaton friends for me to shoot?
Actually, no.
I
You can hold your action.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. But I'm gonna yell out, Mr. No, friend, just know that what's about to happen, it's not personal. I'm just trying to do my job. And I'm going to kind of switch over from my I'll go out and I'll go ahead and send that up, and it'll glow its familiar radiant fury, and I'll go ahead and wait.
Sounds good. Then if it's the initiative that he had gone on last time, and bam, the battle wagon is back through and on the road. You're a little bit further back behind, but it is up ahead, and the Kobold War Machine itself is smoking. It took actually quite a bit of damage from the Infernal. It's a creature, and that's what was targeted with this attack. You were just along for the ride, but it's not down for the count. It's on the road, and Blur, you had a held action?
I did. And I forgot to mention that I wanted to move up as much as I could towards the thing earlier, but which is like 20 feet, just to say it.
Okay. So you're like riding kind of like right at the tip of the dragon up there, kind of.
Well, I'm in the air, right?
True. But the rope did get severed when you got sent back.
Yeah, but I saw the balloons.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still a super flying, balloon kobold. So, I rolled a natural 2, so I'm gonna go ahead and burn my inspiration for a natural 19, 29 to hit for my first attack. Second attack is a natural 1, so hey, usual there. So yeah, but I'm absolutely aiming at the prince now. That's great. 13 points of magical piercing damage along with 1 radiant.
You do hit him. Okay. Any other actions?
That was my full action. Already used my bonus, and I already moved, so I'm good.
Quip, you're up.
Now, it was our little machine that is smoking.
Yes, it's about half its HP right now after that ride through hell.
All right. Scurrying back, I'm going to take a look at it. Is it something that I can help fix in any way? Using these tools or other set abilities?
The driver who's operating the fire snout up there says, "Can you grab the wheel? I need to go in the back and help fix this."
Yes, I can.
Okay.
And I'm going to sit down in and go reach my bag and pull out a bobblehead and smack it right on the head.
Yes.
And I'm going to push it in overdrive if I can.
He runs back to the back, and the image shows the side panels kind of open, and they go back in there. There's like hammering noises and stuff, and the vehicle surges ahead a little bit. You've got a couple levers up there. It looks like you could try and shoot a firebolt, or like double down on the speed and really close the gap.
Double down speed, close gap.
Okay. Yeah, you kick it down into the lowest
I
gear.
bird that stabs his things.
Yeah, stick with your gimmick.
And
I'm ready for this.
yeah, everyone who's just kind of holding on to one of the side points, you're whipped back against the vehicle, but hold on tight. And
If I can, I'll use my bonus action to use an object as a thief ability to do it a second time. Whatever you think I can do.
well, this dragon really wants to fight. It thinks it's a dragon. Let's see. You need a dexterity check to make sure that you can control this.
A dexterity check?
Yeah.
Oh, is there inspiration available? Am I on my own? On my own.
You do.
No, you got the little coin thing. Wait, I still have the coin thing.
All right, I rolled a straight 10, but fortunately I'm a kobold, and that becomes a 13.
Hey, that makes sense to me. Yeah, I don't know.
Yep.
Just nodding enthusiastically.
Literally on the Brotherhood of Redemption pamphlet.
All right. So what'd you roll again?
I rolled a 10, I have a 17 dexterity, so that becomes 13, correct? You said it was a dexterity check.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. That is enough. You kick it in. You're 30 foot away from the back of the. Back of it now. You've really closed the gap.
30 feet, you say?
Indeed. Quip, you were done. So that would be stabs.
Mind the gap.
All right. So I'm gonna get onto.
Eric's been to London.
Using this balloon thing, I can basically get on the other vehicle, correct?
You got to push off. You don't have flight itself, but
I'll push off.
okay. Acrobatics check then to close the gaps because successfully, since you don't have the rope to pull you, or athletics if you prefer.
I just roll my efforts. I got a 12.
12. Yeah, you're moving in a straight line, and it's the entirety of your movement. You're like and your fingers grasp on, so you're holding onto the back rail. But
Can I ask how this thing that I'm on is powered?
which thing? The airship thing?
Yeah.
Well, there's like a big balloon above it holding it. Basically, Storm King's Thunder. I'm just using the Dragon airship out of that.
Okay.
So there's a big red balloon holding it, and then on the backside there's like a propeller shooting some air and stuff.
Okay. I'm just gonna look back at Snugs, and I'm gonna yell, "Witness me!" And I'm gonna shoot the balloon.
Are you using the pistol from earlier?
Yeah.
Oh, Point Break!
Yeah. It goes in one side and goes out the other, and the airship is losing 5-foot altitude every couple seconds now.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Are you done with your actions?
Yeah, hold on, let me see how many Bardic Inspirations. I still have 3, so I'm going to send a Bardic Inspiration back to Snug, who I was looking at as I did this, like, ah!
Snugs, you're up.
So
You said we're within 30 feet of the thing, including the back veranda where this gnome spellcaster is hanging out.
Yes, and now it's kind of slowing down and going closer to the ground. So, next round or so, it could be a little stationary.
Like to cast blindness on this gnome. He has to make a DC 13 con save.
He's gonna counterspell it, I think.
The nerve.
Yes, indeed, he will.
Counterspell.
He gives you a very rude, indignant gesture as well. It's all about
that.
that.
Slide whistle.
She makes it back and then immediately looks like very ashamed of herself. Do you actually have a slide whistle?
Yeah, for all your counterspell needs.
And if you do get counterspell, I do have a sensor here in case you need to let it out. Like,
And if you roll advantage and you get those rolls, we get that one too.
That is incredible. All right, well, she tried, and she's going to tap her heels together and activate her winged boots to actually separate from the wagon to make sure that she can stay on the tail of the airship, even if because she doesn't think this this war machine's going to stop very efficiently.
Possibly not. So are you flying
And
then
that's my turn.
the gap to get to the airship, the back?
Yes,
Okay.
but I'm not getting into melee range because I'm squishy.
Yeah. Now,
I'll be like 5 feet behind stabs. How about that?
sure. There had been 2 clockworks back here, but it looks like they were thrown loose at some time during your jaunt through hell. We are then a score.
How close are we to the airship currently?
25 feet now. The battle wagon is slowly creeping up, and it's slowly getting.
I take a nice swig from the tankard and hand it over towards Quip.
Hold my beer.
I launch myself, attempting to latch onto the airship.
Oh yeah, with style. You land on the back deck, and there's the giant ballista there, which has been loaded but not fired. And the good Prince Caravelli has moved onto the main deck off of the aft deck.
All right. I'm going to attempt to get to. Let's just find somewhere to hide for now. If I can just get a good get my bearings on this ship deck.
Well, you've got a feeling that this thing is going to crash down, and you know that the kobold eggs are on it.
Yes.
So, do you want to?
In that case, can I look for any sort of doors or hatches that I think might be where our precious cargo would be?
Yeah, there's one of those like grates that leads to the cargo hold below.
All right.
You can see it up on the foredeck.
Instantly gonna scramble over there and see what I can do to pry that open.
Okay, yeah, you use your movement, get up there, and you look down, and The eggs are in there in an open top crate with straw around them and stuff. And there's a simple lock holding the crate shut.
All right, I'm going to go down there and just start hammering on the lock because I have no finesse with lock picking.
Yeah, it's very simple. You break it and you are able to open the game or open the crate.
All right, well that leads us to step one of getting to the eggs.
Blurg, then you're up.
Cool. So, yeah, I'm gonna do my thing, keep firing. But before I do that, is my lovely prince friend in 30 feet of me?
Yeah, he's up towards the front of the ship now.
Cool. All right, cool. So yeah, his skin begins to bubble up from underneath as the blood pressure fluid actually begins to do its thing.
Okay, and we've got about 5 minutes left.
Yep.
Space over.
Yep. And so I'll make it very simple. Pew pew! And then I say it out loud. So, 21 to hit and 21 to hit. So yeah.
Okay.
Anything he wants to do about that?
No, he'll take it.
All right.
He's not liking this.
Yep, so that's 16 points of magical piercing, along with 6 radiant. And similar to our hippopotamus friend, he takes 2 in the chest, and the brand of castigation begins to appear on this person. That's your mark!
Okay, are you done?
I am.
Okay, on his turn then, he dimension doors away.
A nerd.
Yeah, and the airship is going down. Quip, you're up.
I have plan.
Yes.
I scream to the kobold that actually runs this thing.
He sticks his head out of the side.
Take the wheel! I gotta go! And what I'd like to do is jump across, using my dash action, pull out the bag of holding as I go, and jump down after Score and say, eggs all in the basket! And I want to put them all into the bag of holding, and depending on how much you get away with, you let me get away with since we're in the last 5 minutes, I'm going to throw it up to Blurg, who is in his balloon contraption, so that when we crash, he's holding the bag of holding full of eggs, so we can all die magnificently in kobold fashion.
Oh no! Hi!
It's a solid plan. I like it. And yeah, you toss it up.
How much you think I can get away with it? Whatever rounds we have left.
You know, rogue dashing.
We have some juggler action with those eggs into the.
Yeah, it works. I like it.
And you can tell us how many of us live.
Point of order, Josh. Brand of
Yes.
castigation allows me to know wherever he is. I always know the direction of the branded creature.
He's 500 feet away.
Yep.
So as this thing is going down, I'm going to use my reaction to cast Featherfall on all of us.
Nice. That worked. Yeah, you featherfall everyone, and you feel the ship continue to go lower. And who's scooping the eggs in? Somebody's scooping the eggs in?
Score and Quip at the very least.
Okay. Yeah, you secure the eggs, and by the time you get that in there, the front of the ship catches the ground and starts spinning. And you are all safely landing on the ground. So, I think we have reached that magic time when you are successful. You saved the eggs, ensuring the future of the kobolds of Shadeweaver Village, and proving yourself to be true heroes.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, the evil gnome escaped for another day, but let's see.
My next turn, I was about to hold personally just
I know.
stab it.
Only we had more time, but this is a good time to stop the adventure, and just some quick reminders and thanks, and we'll send everyone here to right on to the next. Brian, did you have a YouTube statement you wanted to say?
I definitely did. Don't forget to subscribe to the Games Tavern YouTube channel right now. If you want to see lots of our faces again, that is where you will see them. Subscribing is free. You don't miss any action and access to all the shows and content. Your likes, your positive comments on the videos gives us the boost, helps future Tavern Raiders find out about the show. So everything you do is wonderful to us. Thank you. Type exclamation YouTube in the chat.
And Eric, how did we do on charity?
Oh, we are going to feed. You guys have been so great. We have raised $5,535. Add a zero to that as the digit point migrates over one space for 55,350 nutritious meals for kids.
Wow.
That's incredible. A lot of mice.
That's a lot, but like we still got a little bit of time left. 500 and we get to shave somebody. Come on. Please give this to me. I don't have much of my life. I need this.
I need this.
And it does get better. The Shard Tabletop has generously pledged to match all donations up to the first $1,000. So you really just helped create 65,350 meals for hungry kids.
That's awesome.
I mean, technically,
Nice.
So thank you all, and please tell everyone how to watch the Games Tavern this week as all the sponsor donation incentives go live.
And Sarah, who do we have coming up next?
So coming up next, I'm not sure I have. Oh, there we go. We're going to be doing Bay of Skulls with the cast of Paradise RPG. And they'll be playing D&D. So stay tuned. It's going to be a great time.
Hey, thanks everyone for your support. Thank you for watching. Go Kobolds.
Go
Kobolds!